get it, man. I know you're at work, but you answer my goddamn call when I call you because a lot of times, I have some good things that I want to tell you. And I miss your beautiful voice. I miss how white you are. I mean, the white tone that comes out of your voice when we're speaking is so pure. You're a pure-blooded white man. I love it. All right. Anyways, I miss you. See you later. Bye-bye, then. Feel like we could be actors. I don't know if you ever really think of it. I think we could seriously be actors. I do. Successfully, too. Well, this is probably going to end soon, so just wanted to say hello. And I will talk to you later, man. All juiced up, ready to go to the gym. I see. Look, bye-bye. Now me, as of late, my workout partner and me have been compared to Viking brothers, is what they call us for some reason. We both have big beards, 240 plus pounds. He's 270 plus pounds, 6'5". So people always think we're brothers. They think, well, he looks more like Viking than me. He's all blonde, big ass blonde beard, but want to come by and say, man, that I really, really enjoy the new content. I love it. It's got me hooked. Can't wait to hear more. I need to update you on my physique. I'm just getting swollen big. So, with that being said, I will talk to you later. Death of White. Bye. And on this long drive home, in traffic where I almost have 19 panic attacks and I road raged about 32 times. Right now I am contemplating over the past 48 hours, I've had about 4 hours of sleep. I went to the gym yesterday, had a pretty good session. But right now I think my central nervous system is telling me that I cannot go in and squat today. That I need to take a rest day. I hate it, but I feel like I need to listen to my body. And I feel like if I go, although I will feel better for just going, I know my capabilities right now and my strength is a little bit down today. So, instead of disappointing myself, I think I'm just gonna sit on the couch and I might eat about 8 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Take a nice rest day. Go to bed early for once, Anyway, I just wanted to update those details for you. And just say I love you, man, and miss you. And hope all is well. And I look forward to speaking with you. Bye-bye. Hello, Death. I'm going to call you up every fucking day. Just so you know, I will do this. And I don't care if you answer or not, because I am talking to you through voicemail one way or another. You listen to it. You listen good. I just got done with work at that shithole Ford, a.k.a. shithole of America. The absolute shithole place to work for. I would probably be happier working at Wendy's, to be honest. But I am grateful for it, so I don't care. Whatever. Anyways, now that my back's hurting, I gotta go pick up the kids. And I gotta go to the gym. And they're coming. They're coming too. Keep on getting boners all the time. It sucks. But I'm using them on women, so. Alright. Good night.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 223. It's Labor Day weekend. Brian and Al, how you doing on Labor Day weekend?
Enjoying the fireworks outside.
Yeah, fireworks.
I was just going to say the same thing.
I never can get enough of them.
Yeah, it's so great.
I'm a big
Just
proponent,
huge proponent. Huge
fan of them.
When I hear the words Labor Day, the first thing I think of is when did the fireworks start?
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
celebrating 40-hour work week or whatever.
Yeah, which is better than 80-hour work.
Yeah.
week, but,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or better than 60.
you gotta look at the bright side.
Yeah, 50 would be perfect because you get 10 hours overtime that help you out financially. But yeah, pretty much.
Joseph doesn't know what a diet is. He's a fatty.
I need
Fatty
8
broski.
PB&Js. That's Joseph.
Got to eat like Aaron.
Oh yeah, he's eating like Aaron because
Aaron's training diet.
Yeah.
I don't know what a diet is.
You might
I'm
not-
a wee fatty batty brosky.
that guy. Joseph.
Yeah.
You got me again, Joseph. You made me laugh right off the bat.
Good job, man.
Very good.
He loves your Britishisms.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
3
You little
a.m.
limey
3 a.m. in his
fucker.
neck of the woods, and he's dropping gems like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, man.
We lost Sid, guys.
We did.
Sid is gone. Six eight 320 ripped.
Legit 6'8", 320.
Yep, died. He had cancer. He kept it to himself like a Southern man would.
Yeah,
He didn't
there's
tell
a
anyone.
lot of guys doing that the last few years, isn't there? Norm Macdonald and some of the other guys that just they didn't talk about it.
Black Panther did.
Black Panther, yeah.
Yeah, they kept it to themselves.
That was I didn't realize, dude. That was 4 years ago, just the other day.
Norm?
No,
Chadwick.
Norm was too.
Oh, no, Norm's coming up. I think it's just like November.
3 years, right?
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. I didn't realize that because, like, yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I was in the hospital like when Saget died,
Yeah.
so like it was like Norm, and then Saget, and then Godfrey.
Yeah. Yep. It's he was but it said he'd been fighting it for a while and he didn't say anything. But not, I think you posted that thing about him talking about how he trying to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Kind of like maybe it was like a last wish.
Yeah,
type expression.
he kind of knew something was going on. He was like, "Hey, anytime now."
Yeah,
Hey,
Hall of
guys.
Fame would be real nice. Not saying why.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I promise to not play softball. I'll go show up to it.
I think that's what he was always a great wrestler, very intimidating. Arn Anderson actually said he had the best look of any wrestler because it was simple. He was scary looking, but his outfit was just that leather vest and then the shorts and the boots and stuff. He was so big. His look was just
When you have a giant white guy with a jerry curl,
yeah.
and he had that face, like that mean face.
Yeah.
He was scary as hell.
Just
He was born to be a wrestler.
yeah, no, he definitely was.
Perfect for it.
But that part was great. And he was a great wrestler and stuff, but the stories outside of wrestling are probably better.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, all
the
this,
softball thing, he just wanted to play softball. He didn't want to. They're like, remember you said that they were going to give him the title, like he was the guy. He's taking over for Hogan.
Yeah,
And-
Warrior didn't work out, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna give you Hulk's boots." He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna be all right."
Softball.
He's like, he didn't say it was softball, but everybody knows it was.
softball.
When Kevin Nash describes it, he's like, "Yeah, I understand that." He goes, "But I think my money's to be in a big vicious heel." They're like, "No, we're going to give you the keys to the Maserati here." He's like, "Nah, I need time to play softball."
Yeah, that and he has the single best leg break I've ever seen in my life.
It was the greatest ever filmed.
When his leg broke and just snapped under his weight, I've never seen anything like it. It was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that's right. Joseph Cancer is a penis kicker.
It really is.
Sucks.
But the best Sid story might be the scissor fight with Arn Anderson.
With Arn Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, Too Cold Scorpio had to save Arn Anderson's life.
Yeah. When he goes when he's describing the fight, Too Cold's like, he's like, "Oh great, I thought it was Veda fighting again." Like, Veda's fighting somebody again. He goes, but I go out there and Sid's stabbing him and shit.
Yeah, he
He's like-
literally stabs Arn Anderson with scissors multiple times.
and Vader, and you know how
During
big,
a match?
no,
no,
in the hotel.
they got into a fist fight.
Oh,
And it
did they
escalated.
like not like each other?
No, that was the problem. They didn't really have.
No, it just literally like when Vader explained it, he says, "I blame WCW for that," and we're like, "How do you blame someone for?" He goes, he goes, "We flew over there, no rest,
Yeah.
did a match, travel. He goes, like it was like 48 straight hours of travel, no rest, and they decided to drink to just cope,
Oh.
and they all were drinking, and so that they were whatever nitpicks, the issues they had with each other, and it literally exploded from there."
Yeah,
Sid was pounding on the Anderson. They argued, and Anderson went to his hotel room. Sid pounded on the fucking door. Anderson had like a little, I don't know, some sort of object and tried to hit Sid, and Sid grabbed scissors,
and like shanked him a couple times.
shanked him a bunch of times.
Multiple
Sid, yeah, Sid got stabbed too.
Yeah. They
It's-
were both stabbings.
And Vader said, he goes, Vader was describing, he goes, you see how big my fingers are? He goes, I put my finger in where Sid got stabbed because every time his heart beat, blood was, and I put it, and I kept my finger in there till the ambulance got there.
Yeah, that was 93, I think it was.
And
That was a while ago.
and Sid said they tried to get me to confess to take the full blame. They're like, we just want you to know your friend doesn't have a scratch on him. Like, I'm pretty sure I stabbed him like 22 times with scissors. Like, no, he ain't got. Like, they were trying to they try to Jedi mind trick you.
Uh-huh.
And basically, they all seem to agree that just the road fatigue, the pill, everything that they made them guys go through caused it.
Just boys being boys, you know what it is.
So you never stab your friend 22 times. I mean, I don't think Anderson and Sid ever talked again. Obviously,
Well, I actually read something from him today, and he's like, he was. I never had too many issues with him, except for, and he didn't go into any details about anything. Just some minor issues with him. Like,
minor issue. Yeah, you stabbed each other.
but he's like, but he had the look. He was a great wrestler. He's an intimidating guy. It's like I was really sad to hear about him passing. He was diplomatic about it.
Yeah,
at
he
least.
was.
Dude, Arn Anderson, that dude's been around forever.
He's
Yeah,
only
he is.
65.
He was young when he started.
Yeah,
though,
I
but
looked
he
it up.
didn't look young when he started. He always looked kind of older.
Because for some reason I thought he died, but his brother died recently, right? Didn't Ole die like beginning of the
Well,
year?
that's not his actual brother.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Ole did die recently though.
And I think I thought they were closer in age, and maybe they were. It just
I think Ole was more like 80.
yeah, because Arn Anderson's literally only 65 now.
But he was like a enhancement talent or jobber, as they call it, Arn.
Yeah.
And he said, I got the break of a lifetime. He's got that real soft voice. I got the break of a lifetime. They said, hey, you look like Ole Anderson. We're going to make you an Anderson. He's like, all right, now I'm Arn Anderson then. I'm no longer Marty Lundy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot Lundy. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Ole Anderson's from Minnesota. He's from the deep south.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're not related at
No.
all.
No. Yeah. And I knew they weren't. It just
They just had beards and had kind of a rotund
yeah.
frame, I guess. Not fat, just broad, I guess.
Did either one of them have kids that wrestled too? No.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But yes, Sid though his softball stories are famous, and I try to tell people you have no idea how popular softball was here from like probably 85 to like 2002.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 2000, maybe 85 to 2005. There was a 20-year run where softball was fucking huge in America.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody was on a team. Even I was on a team.
Yeah.
Everybody played. There's co-ed. There was serious leagues.
Even no, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I
went to some softball
Yeah.
games
I'm one of the guys that
Just alcoholism
with
is all it was.
thespians.
It was.
because we had to broker out some of our work every once in a while. But the guy who does it for us, name's Dave. He's in the Michigan Softball Hall of Fame.
No shit.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he played like on the Little Caesars teams and stuff, and they went all over the place. He's a Hall of Fame second baseman.
Oh shit.
He played with Braun Strowman's dad against
the Crusher.
Yeah, I'm like, how's that? He's like, scary. That dude.
That's like
Yeah.
that's fucking seriously legit.
Oh yeah.
No, his
Softball Hall of Fame. That is a seriously like
I
that's
mean, it's just the Michigan Softball Hall of Fame, but
but still.
the Hall of Fame.
he's in that's like
I'm not in it.
that's
yeah,
not
it's pretty
that's,
impressive.
That's like fucking pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
no, I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, 1996, 1995, or something like that. I'm like, nah. I looked him up. I'm like, oh my god,
there he is.
he is.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
played second base.
Softball is like beer hockey. It's just alcoholism. That's all it is.
yeah.
The way their team did, because they were like almost professional softball, but they had their jobs, and on Friday mornings they would fly out. They'd go to like Arizona or something. They'd play all weekend.
Yep.
They'd come back Monday night and they go back to their jobs.
Yeah.
And he worked, he was his own boss. So he just said, I'm out. And he was, gone 3-4 days a week and played softball. And that's when he picked up golf, was when he was out west and stuff. And now he plays golf all the time. Anyways,
Golf is the new softball.
it really, pickleball is the new softball. Everybody's playing pickleball now. But I don't want to get into that. But Sid, yeah, that guy was something else, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize like what. Yeah, I assumed that there was some level of drinking and partying and like sales and stuff, but I get told from people about what the golf outings are like for my work.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
why didn't you? Because they're like, now that I'm kind of off the road, like I get invited. I'm like, I don't drink now.
Yeah.
I would just be annoyed.
Some of the best.
That would be fucking great 10 years ago.
Some of the best deals in this country were probably made over booze.
Oh, yeah, booze and
in
golf.
Either a golf game or, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple good-looking reps. Of course, I'd go
Oh, yeah.
take a favor from them.
Yeah.
These chicks.
I'm telling you.
I'll buy from you.
All we get from this vendor is he buys us lunch 3 times a year. Oh, that's not true. He comes in a lot. He's a good guy, but he's a really good guy. He's there like 3 times. He's there sometimes more than my boss is there. Honestly.
Oh yeah, they're always there.
Yeah.
Like they always come in looking for the higher ups. Hey, is so and so here? I'm like, yeah.
He'll come in just to say hi and like use our bathroom because
Yeah, they do that too.
he's like, hey, I'm like, what's up? You got something for us? It's like, nope, gotta go to the bathroom.
Or
Just go to the bathroom.
Or they come in and they pillage through our samples of their stuff. Can I take some of these? I'm like, yeah, you can take some of your stuff that you sent here.
That you left here.
yeah,
Sure.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, Sid, he's dead.
Yeah, Sid, very sad. He and again, the another weird thing about that Sid incident.
Yeah.
Sid was not a drinker. He was drunk that time.
Yeah.
He was a health nut. Sid was really into and they were just so worn out, tired. Like fuck it, like literally. It's not saying he got drunk once, but he wasn't a regular drinker at all.
Not like the
it was
other
not.
guys.
It wasn't part of his shtick. And he probably, I'm sure that was the time he's like, I'm never fucking drinking again.
Yep.
If I'm going to be stabbing people when I get drunk. He also attacked Brian Pillman with a squeegee.
That's
You
true.
hear about the squeegee attack?
Yeah, that's right.
Brian Pillman and him got into it, and he grabbed a squeegee.
He squeeged his face. I don't mean, what are you gonna do with that?
That was at a bar.
Of course it was.
So,
Yeah,
Sid somebody.
Maybe like he didn't drink a lot. Maybe he couldn't handle his drink.
Well,
either.
obviously, he's always
Yeah.
stabbing and squeegeeing.
Yeah.
and-
What would you do if you
He might have a real allergy to it.
you were playing softball and all of a sudden like one team has like Crusher and Sid on the same team?
yeah, there's
What the
nothing.
fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, they're both 6'6".
Yeah, you're gonna shit your pants.
Yeah, there were some guys that were pretty jacked in my league too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. They weren't like Sid jacked, but they were
I just
normal jacked.
You had a guy on your team who I think was like Filipino or something,
Oh yeah,
and he was good.
Brian. Yeah, that was his name.
Oh, was it?
Brian the
It's a good
Filipino.
name. But he was very good.
No, he had a real unique Filipino name, Brian Reyes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I remember because you guys were like Class D or something
Yeah.
like that, and there was a.
By the way, I'm sorry saying your name, Brian. You're
Oh no, you just doxed
They're gonna
that guy.
find Brian Reyes, who I played softball with in 2003 or
Yeah.
something.
I was
Leave
even-
him alone. Don't bother Brian.
I don't even think I was married yet. 'Cause we were
Yeah.
dating, and I went to your softball games. But one guy walked up. He's like, yeah, we want you to move up to Class C. That's
Yeah, they were trying to recruit
I
him.
was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, they were like doing like it was a drug deal. It's like, you can come play with us, man. You're
Yeah.
too good. And he's like, no, this is my friend's team. I'm just playing
Yeah.
for my friend.
It's like, you want to play at the big time? Let's go.
Yeah, like, no,
Class C is where it's at.
I want to play with my friends.
It was yeah,
I want to play with the white people I know, not you.
yeah.
That's like, I don't know you.
These specific white people.
Yeah, the ones I grew up with, not these weirdos that softball matters to.
I'm sure that what Joseph's saying here has something to do with Sid.
Yeah.
There's always a gateway to alcohol, but never to scissor crime. Stop gun violence and alcoholism today.
That's a good point, man.
But what about scissor crime?
Well,
You
there's
stop
scissor
that
crime.
too?
I mean, scissor crime seems like something that's more likely
Well, I guess
to
if you
happen in
stop
Britain.
alcoholism, you stop scissor crime.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again, I
Especially
mean,
with Sid.
Brian, is it you or Craig? One of you two is guilty of scissor crime way back.
No comment.
Right.
No, yeah.
Allegedly.
No comment.
Brian may
No,
or may
he
not have
slipped,
shanked.
And he
some-
fell, and it was a rock on the ground
Yeah, it
that cut
happened.
his leg open. And I think about that now. Like,
Yeah,
when he slipped and fell,
Not
And
that you use him as a dartboard.
Yeah, if he, the way he hit it, it was like if he would have hit the wrong spot, it would have been in his gut. And I think about it, I'm like, oh shit,
I
man.
think it's very common with brothers with sharp objects.
Oh god.
It's just the way it is. Someone
Allegedly,
someone we went to school with, it's worse. God, I want to taste. I know you want to taste me, man.
oh hey, man.
What's up, Mork? We went to school with a guy. I'll tell you who it is off there. But his brother stabbed him over a piece of pizza.
I seem to remember this one.
Yeah. Well, the one brother was your age, and the other was ours. The stabber was your age, Al, and the one that got stabbed he was like much older. He stabbed his teenage brother over a piece of pizza. Yeah.
I know.
Why am I blanking on that story?
Well, you might not have heard it, but I'll tell you who it is.
Well, you don't have to give names if you want to. Like, well, yeah, okay, give me names.
Yeah,
It's somebody who lives locally.
yeah, oh yeah.
Like, how local to this current location?
Like grew up a few blocks away?
He grew up. I don't know where he grew up in Roseville. He was just he was a pretty renowned athlete here. His brother, I don't know.
Never mind. You can tell me after the show.
Yeah.
I'm completely.
No,
blanking
it
on
wasn't.
this.
It wasn't Frank and them. No, it wasn't any of them.
Way to throw out last names too.
Yeah.
I just remember this story, but I'm trying.
There, check your phone.
My phone? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll check my phone in a second.
That's who it was.
I heard Alan's make noise, but not mine. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember he's a wrestler and everything.
Yeah.
Ripped to the bone, Native American.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, him.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
He tomahawked his brother tomahawked him. They're natives.
He tried to scalp him though. He's probably just,
Yeah, it's like brothers. All right, now I'm kind of giving it away by saying he was Native American. Now I'm gonna get my ass beat next time I go to the bar.
No one's listening.
Fucking talking about my shit.
No, someone else, man.
Yeah,
Just lie.
Yeah,
Just lie.
but he was always very nice to me. I always liked him.
Yeah.
I always liked.
We got a couple more dethrones to do.
Sure.
Did you know Fat Man Scoop died?
Fat Man Scoop died.
I don't know who he is.
He's
but
a
okay.
rapper. I don't got emo gloves on. I have a condition with my stuff going on here, my wrists.
Huh?
I need compression.
Oh,
He's asking me, Bri, why the fuck you got emo gloves on?
yeah.
I don't have fucking emo gloves on.
He's got his fibro bracelet.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. My wrist shirt. Anyways,
You should see me getting out of bed, dude. You ever see North Dallas Fort or whatever?
the football one.
With
Yeah.
Nick Nolte?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know how
Mac
he
Davis?
remember how you got out of the bed?
Yeah.
That's me.
I can't open a bottle of like iced tea or anything. It's horrible. Anyways,
Yeah.
what was I saying? Death. Hockey player. Wait, which one were we talking? It's Fat Man Scoop. Is that who you just said?
Fat Man.
Fat Man
Fat Man
Scoop,
Scoop died.
yeah.
He's a rapper
Yeah, he had a worldwide hit.
with Mariah Carey, right?
I don't know. He had a
Stop
worldwide
getting
hit.
emotional about it.
They
Brian.
said he had a worldwide hit. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
With his song "Be Faithful."
I never heard it. I know he died. He collapsed.
It
on
was
stage.
about being a cheating whore.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
he doing a show last night. He collapsed on stage.
Yeah.
And they had video of it, and they took him away, and they're doing CPR. But they're like,
Is he a big fella?
He's a little bit bigger. But he died till this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He died in the hospital. He was like
50,
53.
53, yeah. They said he worked with Mariah Carey on a couple of her hits.
Missy Elliott,
Missy Elliott.
Skrillex,
Yeah, I've heard
a couple
Skrillex.
others.
Skrillex.
He did work with some people, but
Yeah. So
yeah,
maybe that's
like
why
I don't think like his music was obviously not as
I didn't know any of his hits when
Yeah,
I looked
I
it
didn't-
up. So I feel bad. Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
Fat Man Scoop.
Sad.
That sucks.
Yes.
The other one, the bigger one yesterday was the hockey player Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew
yeah.
or Michael. Was Matthew?
Yeah, they got hit biking, didn't they?
That's so. Yeah, for what I understand, what happened was they were on the side of the road, like they should be on their bikes, riding their bikes, bicycles,
Yeah.
and one guy didn't like that everything was going slow, and he tried to pass traffic in the opposite lane, and right when he did that, a guy moved over across the middle lane or the divider. So because there's bikers on the side of the road, he wanted to give them space, and that's when the guy came back, went to the right, and tried to pass on the shoulder, and took out the brothers on their bikes.
Oof.
He was drinking,
Yeah, he was drunk.
and he worked at a rehab center.
He's
Or he
like
volunteered.
military
volunteering at a rehab center or something.
Whoa.
I don't remember. Then he took him out, and they're like, "Well, he stayed on the scene." I'm like, "Yeah, but he was drinking." So
Yeah, he's going to be going away for a little
they
while.
were supposed to be standing up in their sister's wedding on Friday, and they got killed Thursday night. It's pretty sad. Johnny
He still plays?
Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in his 11th, going into his 12th season. A couple years ago when he was done with the Flames, I was like, I kind of wanted him. Craig actually had said something about him a couple years ago too, and I think he did last year too.
I just didn't know if he still played. I knew his name.
Oh yeah,
I knew he was a decent player.
they call him. They had a nickname for him. I can't remember what it was now. I have to look it up. But he's what you would call the best type of hockey player. American.
Yeah,
He's American.
from Jersey, wasn't
Yeah, he played at Boston College, and so his brother. But sucks.
he? Yeah,
Good,
it's-
good guy. Everybody liked him.
Yeah, it's
So.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Johnny Hockey.
Johnny Hockey. I think that was it. Thank you. Thanks, John. I was almost calling him Mr. Hockey. I'm thinking that's not right. I can't call him that.
Oh, no.
No,
you
he did
cannot.
still play though.
Okay.
Wait, yeah.
So very unfortunate. So I saw that they also a San Francisco 49ers receiver was shot at an autograph signing.
Yeah, they tried to steal his Rolex. Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah,
Um,
and he fought back.
Yep. And apparently he got shot, but so did the suspect.
so what happened? Did he like fight with them with the gun, I guess?
So it sounds
I'm
like.
assuming, yeah. And then the guy shot himself in the hand as well,
Oh,
trying, like.
Oh, so he didn't like turn the gun turn the gun away from like in a
I'm assuming there was a wrestling match that ensued.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Just shoot.
Pearsall though is one of those guys that there's probably a million of those guys, but man, I really mocked him to the lines a lot. I liked him.
yeah,
good
but he ended up-
size, really good speed.
but he ended I was mocking him in the second and third.
Oh yeah, he went.
He
way
went
later.
to first.
Oh, that's right. They jumped up and took him. And
San
everybody's-
Fran, yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of convenient for them that they re-signed Ayuk.
Yeah.
So now, I mean,
Yeah.
Pearsall won't be playing for a while, so
Yeah,
works
he's-
out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's See, just because the guy's trying to steal your Rolex, which it was a Rolex, by the way.
Yeah.
Just let it go, man. It's not worth getting shot over.
Unless you're for sure you can overtake him.
Well, I think he
quickly.
probably thought that he's a young guy in
Yeah, I'll
shape.
get him. Shit, I missed my punch.
Yep.
I'm like,
It's so much easier in the action movies I've seen.
yeah, disarm and disarm.
Nope,
Think-
it doesn't work that way, man.
Think of Decker and disarmed.
Yeah.
And disarmed. All right. Okay. This is not a high stakes situation.
No.
My adrenaline's not up.
But yeah, it sounds like who knows? It just happened a little while ago, but I'm sure hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, I hope
He was
he's
shot in
okay.
the arm, stable condition.
Oh, was he okay? I didn't see where he's shot. I'm thinking they're wrestling for the gun, and it usually works out in the movies when you wrestle with a gun, somebody gets shot in the stomach. So that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, it's like double or nothing.
Got shot in the stomach, and he just stares right into the guy's eyes, like, and you don't know which one of them got shot until all one of them collapses, like in the movies. Everything is based on movies in my head. Through the chest.
Oof.
That was the other guy got shot in the chest.
Oh, was
I
it?
thought it was the hand. I don't know.
I thought that I read that the other guy got shot in the chest.
I did no research into this, like usual. Just says he was shot.
Dude, he's right on Yahoo. Like the first thing trending is
He was
him.
shot in the chest.
He was.
Ricky.
Oof.
Oh, okay. See, I read it wrong. I thought he got shot in the arm, and then
Yeah.
that dude got okay. But he's in stable condition. They said.
As long as,
It just
if he
says
didn't
both
hit
of
his heart, he'll be okay. But man, the shot in the chest. Eef.
Bullet wound to his chest and is in serious but stable condition.
Yeesh.
Damn.
How's it going to affect
Dude,
his
no, I mean, just last month, fucking that other rookie, Kyrie, got killed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bad summer for rookies, man.
Fuck.
Wow. Messed up. I didn't know it was a chest either, so.
Dude, I didn't know that dude was white.
Ricky Pearsall?
I never saw what he looked
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a white dude.
I just never saw what he looked like.
You know what? And his name,
I just I just assumed
he got
was
shot.
Black.
He must be
No,
black.
I just assumed he was. No, I'm talking when we were mocking him.
Oh, okay.
Because he's really
When we were
fast.
mock drafting him,
He's-
he
he
was
got-
really fast. He's like 6'4" or something like that, or 6'3" or something.
Oh,
I
he's
just
6'1".
and oh, is he?
Yeah.
I just he
But
was
he
a
ran
fast.
4.4.
Yeah, he was a fast dude, so I just assumed
Yeah.
he was and he was a receiver, so I just assumed he was a
checks
black
all
guy.
boxes.
Well, because
Fast.
they were mocking him
Rolex,
higher. They were
shot.
mocking him first to third. So I'm like, oh, I just
You just
assumed he was a
assumed.
black guy. His
I
name
watched
was,
his video, so I knew
don't-
he was white.
like,
but
yeah, I mean, like,
and I kept on his name kept on sounding familiar. I'm like, I know that name, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, Jimmy Pearsall.
Yeah, the old.
Fear Strikes Out. Like Anthony Perkins played him in the movie. It's a true story about a guy who started losing his mind.
He had mental illness.
He's a
yeah.
real baseball player.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and he started having mental issues and stuff, and that was one of those movies where they had Anthony Perkins play him, from Psycho,
Yeah.
and it's commonly referred to as one of the worst portrayals of a baseball player ever. Like, his Perkins wasn't a baseball player.
He didn't know anything.
He was looked really bad as a baseball player in
Yeah.
the movie.
Like when he climbed the backstop to get at the crowd, and women were fainting and stuff.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, Jamie Pearsall played for the Boston Red Sox. So I naturally said, "Oh, I wonder if they're related." They aren't, but
Okay.
they're just same last name.
Didn't he end up like kind of turning it around, and then he was like a sales pitch person like later in life?
Yeah, I think so.
He kind of like they got him on the right balance. Seriously, they got him on a proper meds balance, and he was like announced. I think ended up being announcer.
Yeah, he was almost 90 when he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just died in 2017.
Yeah.
He turned the ship around. He was crazy, and then he wasn't. He got help, and it worked. And he was a little eccentric and stuff in the booth, but I think he became an announcer.
Fear Strikes Out.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
name of
movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They publicly with bipolar disorder. Well,
Yep.
They had Psycho play him.
Yeah. I mean, it makes.
Remember when they show they show him trying to throw the ball? It's like the
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
a little bit of little limbrous.
he's not a little Lamar Luttrell action.
Actually, he did that before he was Psycho. That was 57. Psycho
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
until 60. So
Okay,
but
he played crazy people
yeah, that was just
very well.
because I think the initial breakdown was his rookie season, 52 or 53, and then he wrote a book about it a couple years later. They immediately turned it into a movie.
he went for electroshock therapy.
I thought you were going to tell me he became an elected official.
No, he underwent electroshock therapy and taken lithium way back.
All that stuff
He,
works.
he was really crazy.
Which
He had a
leveled
nervous
out his
breakdown,
moods.
and then he wanted to become an elected official. I'm like, that
Elected
makes a lot of
official.
sense.
Oh, it totally makes sense. 100%.
makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ricky Pearsall is. I don't know if he's probably gonna be okay. Hopefully,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then hopefully that happened in San Fran.
yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully they don't charge him with shooting the bad guy.
it's true.
yeah, yeah.
That
They,
could
like,
easily happen.
why did you try to tackle him? Just give him your Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
He fought back. Therefore, we are going to press some charges against him.
Yeah,
The man shot himself in the hand. He was clearly scared of Ricky.
Well, Ricky is a large white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary when,
Yeah.
when someone like that attacks you. Even when you're robbing them, it's
Yeah.
scary.
You're not expecting someone that big to fight back.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy Pearsall once stepped up to bat, wearing a Beatles wig and playing air guitar on his bat. Led cheers for himself in the outfield during breaks and play. And talked to Babe Ruth behind center field monuments. Oh my God.
Wow.
Hey, man.
I wonder if the Beatles wig thing isn't.
Probably the best thing ever happened to me was going nuts. Who had heard of Jimmy Pearsall until this happened?
Yeah.
Fucking legend. That right there is legendary.
I have a bone to pick with that story. Why would he have a Beatles wig on 10 years before the Beatles came out?
Well,
He made it up. Even better. It's all in his head.
well, I don't know that, like, because he played till 67.
Did he really? I thought he was done. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, he played from 1950 to 1967.
Bill Ted said this sounds like a Bill Bradsky.
Bill Bradsky.
Jimmy Pearsall.
Yeah, from 1950 to 1967, he played with 5 teams.
He flung
I thought
shit.
after he lost his shit that he didn't play anymore.
No.
I guess I should watch the movie
Yeah.
and see how bad Perkins is, isn't it? But I'm sure he did the
Yeah,
crazy parts fine.
They they kicked him out, sent him around, blah blah blah. But yeah,
Electroshock. All right.
As happens, as we know.
Got one. I think we just got one more dethroned. Ron Rabbit Pitts. Rabbit, as he's known. Ron Pitts.
So tell me a little about the rabbit. I'm not sure much about
He
him.
was his dad was a big car person down in South Carolina where they're from and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's actually same, like he just 45, so he's just older than me and probably just younger than you. But he's, I happened to stumble upon him. I was on YouTube and there's something called Vin Wiki, which is like car stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't repair cars and I don't do stuff. But I like to hear stories about stuff. Anyways, it doesn't matter if it's something I know a lot about. But he had a lot of they all have a lot of stories. But watching some of them, I'm like, yeah, it's exciting. This guy's buying like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and doing stuff, and this guy's like looking for these rare BMWs, whatever. But Rabbit was just a car salesman, like a legit, like he sold cars. He had car lots down in South Carolina, Greenville, and he would tell these stories, and he was just like, he had a million stories, but he was like, he's Southern, he has that drawl, like, but he's like a folk, like a what do you call it? Like a folksy type storyteller.
Yeah, he's good at telling stories.
Good drawl, and he's really good storyteller. He's a really good car sales person too, so that's probably why. And he always had good stories about stuff. And then he all of a sudden started a show on Netflix called Tex-Mex Motors. Basically working out of like El Paso and stuff. They're finding stuff from near or over the border, and they're taking it and they're restoring it. But you go over the border, you can find a lot of these cars that you can't get here now. Just older cars that it's a lot easier to go across the border to get. And they were doing that, and they're restoring them, and they're selling them. Somebody would look for this car, they'd help. They would find it, and they'd bring it over, and his crack team of people would restore it and do stuff. And some of it was kind of like embellished stuff. Like there has to be drama with it. It's like all those shows.
Yeah, they gotta spice it up, I guess.
But the Vin Wiki stories were the best thing, and I think he has like 50 different clips, 8-10 minute clips of stories, just really good stories. And I guess he was doing the second season of a Tex-Mex Motors, and he wasn't feeling good. He started losing weight, so he told one of the guys, and they're like, hey, and he was just popping Tums all day long, just eating, because he always had this acid reflux and stuff. And he had stomach cancer. It was like 8 months, and he was gone. Like the other day when I saw it, it popped up and it says Rip Rabbit. I'm like, what? What's going on? Yeah, I just watched one of his clips like 2 days before, and they said that I'm thinking, oh man, he got into a car wreck. That's the first thing I thought of, because he's always speeding and stuff. When he was a teenager in Greenville, all the cops knew him because
he got walkered.
He always had newer cars, because he would just take one off the lot and he would use that for a while and do whatever. But he always picked, when he was a kid, he's a really big Mustang fan. As he got older, Corvettes, and then he got into whatever he felt like after that once he started getting big. And so he's known around town because he was always getting pulled over because he was always speeding and stuff, So I naturally assumed he got into a car wreck and died. And I'm watching him like, no, he wasted away for the last 8 months is what happened.
Yeah. But I kind of read through a little.
He gamed the eBay system. You ever know anybody that buys cars off eBay Motors and stuff? There's no rule back then that said that you couldn't bid on your own cars.
Yeah.
So he would do it, and he would keep on doing it. He said, I'd have 100 cars going.
Dude, he got banned for life.
He got banned from eBay for life.
For life.
But that was
he
but before
inflating
that,
his car's price? Right?
He was he was basically, bidding on his own cars, driving up the price and stuff. But before that, a couple months before that, he was named a platinum dealer by them first.
Yeah. I saw that.
So he had like 100% ratings.
Yeah,
from
he was. Yeah, and then
Yep, and they gave him an award and everything, and he saw the award and everything, and all of a sudden, next thing he knows, they banned him and stuff. So he'd make up fake accounts to try doing it, and they would ban those. And
dude, he just sent out his final message. He told everybody it was his final message.
Yeah.
And he said, "Don't feel sad for me. I've done everything I've wanted to do in my life. I married the love of my life."
It was his third wife.
I was like, dude, fuck, dude. Like, he just knew that was it. This is it. Bye, guys. Don't feel bad for me. I had a great life.
Yep.
Like, dude, you're 45.
It's what I said.
I mean, what are you going to do, though? I mean, he was, by the time, I bet you if he would have went at that first ping 8 months before of, oh, my stomach hurts.
It sounds like it was.
He
a
probably
couple
would have
years
already
of-
been long gone. Stomach cancer's fucking
Oh, yeah.
brutal. It's
Yeah.
fucking brutal, man.
Well,
Yeah.
45.
Got Toby
man.
Keith.
Got
Yeah.
Toby Keith, man.
Yep.
No, it hurts bad.
He had a story he told that was about a guy who worked for the county road department and stuff, and it was somebody he knew through somebody else or knew in passing, whatever. But this old guy just worked for the county. It wasn't like a bigwig. He just worked. He was doing the crew. He was patching roads. He was doing stuff, but he could see plans for stuff. And they said this guy always worked. He was paying on his wage somehow. He worked enough where he just paid his way for his kids to go to college, and they didn't go to like community college. They went to like Duke or North Carolina. They went to like big schools, and he just kept working and paying for them to do that. Never went on vacation. Never
Rabbit?
Rabbits. Yeah, this is an acquaintance of his.
Oh.
Somebody he knew, and it was their dad, or somebody he knew that he met later on, and then their dad. And this anyways, he so working on the road crews and stuff, busting his ass so his kids could go to college because he never got to. So he was privy to a lot of the road plans, and they were building. I can't remember what road it was, but it's a freeway that was all of a sudden coming through, and it was going to connect Atlanta to Greenville to something else, and it was basically coming through town. Well, he saw the plans where they were talking about potentially putting it, and he went out and he knew where it was, and he kind of guessed.
Bought a giant chunk of
He
property.
walked up
didn't
to these people, and he got money, and somehow he bought their land from them. Then he bought the next piece of land. He bought the land on the other side. Eventually ended up buying 7, 8, 9 plots of land, each that were like 10, 15 acres. So he ended up buying all his land. And sure enough, that's where the freeway went through.
I love it.
So when they bought it from him, he
They
never had to
overpay
work.
you.
He never had to work a day in his life.
I
after that.
love it.
He bought a jet. He had so much money. He bought a jet.
Chat.
Bought a jet. He traveled all over the
Yeah.
place for the last 20 years of his life.
That fucker had fuck you money. He's
Yeah.
like, look at me, I got a jet now.
Yep. I was like, it was one of the best stories ever because this
That's
guy gamed
fucking
this guy
great.
didn't have shit. He just worked his ass off and then he gamed the system.
That is
Love it.
great.
Yep. Oh, good.
Yeah,
But
I
anyways,
love hearing
rest
that.
in peace, Rabbit. Good story.
Yeah, man.
You guys get a
Yeah, I'm
chance.
curious now. I'm gonna watch. He's got a Netflix show. I'm gonna watch it.
Tex-Mex Motors. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think season 2 was. It's been filmed. They're still doing post production, but season 1's all there.
Yeah, I'll look and check it out. I'm fascinated with Jimmy Pearsall now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was reading, like after his career, his other careers, he's still fucking.
He's still crazy?
He basically in like '64, he fucking had Tommy John and him were having a conversation. He goes, "Hey man, I made a career out of being crazy."
Yeah.
He's like, people come here to see me do crazy shit. Now, by this time, he'd already had electroshock. He'd already had lithium and stuff. So he was kind of all right.
Yeah.
He was like, he was maintaining. But he's like, yeah, every once in a while out there in the outfield, I just go a little crazy. The fans come to see it.
Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
yeah, so he got ejected all the time. But then like he started broadcasting, and he was broadcasting with Harry Carey.
That's amazing that he became a broadcaster.
And dude, he got fired a bunch of fucking times because he wouldn't quit fucking criticizing management of teams.
Yeah.
And fucking like just ripping on the fucking people behind the scenes and stuff.
Yeah, I remember years ago in like the 90s seeing a documentary on him, and it was how he was still doing crazy shit as an
Yeah.
announcer. He never stopped.
Yeah.
And then he lived to be 90. Usually people like the drugs and stuff they got to take to stabilize them.
Yeah,
takes them
usually
out.
fucks him up. Takes him
Yeah,
out.
he must have been like really, really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's 2017. He was like basically 90 years old. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he was 88.
I just
Yeah.
assumed that he was dead a long time ago.
Yeah. He was born in 29. He died in 17. He was like 88 at the time.
Yeah. Our grandpa was born in 29. Our grandpa, not yours.
Our grandpa?
Yeah, Burl.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Our grandpa, not his.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, that's all the death and
That's all I got.
psychotic
crazy.
things we have for the week. That's pretty much it. We can go.
I'm
now.
sorry he wasn't
Yeah,
quite 80.
We just wanted to talk about the crazy people.
Just wanted to
and
let
the
you know
death.
what was up.
Yeah.
And hey.
No, actually, there's more crazy people to talk about because the Del Rey Misfits.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so Big Lenny, unfortunately, his mom passed away.
Oh man.
But his mom, this is a weird trinity. His mom, Big Richard, who was the second biggest guy to Lenny, he was also a big dude.
Yep.
and Rich Piana, who was not part of the Delray Misfits, but got attacked one of the Delray Misfits.
Oh, yeah,
aggravated with them, and they all died on the same day at the like within this, because Rich moved to Florida after he left California.
Yeah.
And it was all within like a mile of each other. And they all died in the same different years, same area.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everybody's doing conspiracy. It's obviously all bullshit. And they're just trying to make it all woo-hoo. But yeah, Lenny's mom passed away, and he's gonna, I don't know how he's gonna pay for the house, because it's hard to kind of hire him after his stuff he said online.
Yeah.
Every time he got fired because of he sucked off a tranny, and it was on Pornhub, and he got fired for that.
Oh, it's just
Someone tattled on him,
Just
and then
Wait, who fired him for
he,
his job?
he worked for a hospital.
And they fired him for
and-
being
and-
on Pornhub?
Someone,
Oh.
well, the thing is, it's not necessarily. What people don't realize is hospitals, YouTube, all these places, they don't necessarily fire you because they disagree with it. They don't want the heat.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
you got to go, man. I just don't want the problems.
Yeah.
So he sucked off a train, and it's on Pornhub.
yeah.
And they got one. And of course, the fans are like the worst people. That they're actually trolls. So when your entire fan base is a troll, they're gonna ruin your life too.
Yeah, yeah.
The Maniacs. I love the Maniacs. They're funny, but they will ruin your fucking life. And they've called, and he's basically unhireable. He's got a lot of health problems. And
Yeah.
his mom died, and he was staying with his mom. And then his brother, he called his brother and his family the Vultures, because it literally, they showed up. His mom just passed away, and he's filming them all taking stuff out of the house. Like, they're not, mourning or anything. They're literally just
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
gear and taking things they want, and just, you know how people are when someone dies. It's bad. And I feel bad for Lenny. I don't know what's going to happen to him, because he can't really work, because he's got what I think is untreated diabetes. His shins ooze.
Ew.
They're oozing.
Gross.
And then he has to get, because he's got a heart failure, he's got to get water drained from his legs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Is that from all the steroids and other stuff? And-
Yeah, and just not
Not
taking
take
care of
yourself.
Yeah. I don't know how he's alive.
So can I read it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. So the premise land tells us, I remember one time me and Bill Blasky sat in an abandoned parking lot until they built a bar around us. We did a shot and Bill burned the place to the ground saying, you should leave things the way we found them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bradsky.
Brasky, not Blasky. Sorry. Damn it.
Yeah.
Thought it was a blah.
Yeah.
Now I suck.
That's all right.
I mean, you only ruined it partially.
Yeah, only totally.
I'm the worst at reading. I'm the
Hey,
worst at
so the
reading,
shitty Beatles are back, though.
I did hear that from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oasis.
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah, we're going to talk. The funny thing is, they're back.
Yeah.
And those, I know that a lot of people hate them, and I kind of do. But Wonderwall is a really good song. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, those first two albums are so fucking good.
They can write a fucking song.
Yeah, those songs are so. That first
Those
two
Cockney
albums,
pricks are mean as hell,
Yeah.
but they can write a damn song.
Supersonic, that was a good song. Cigarettes and Alcohol, great
Yeah,
song.
they had some good songs.
Yes, those first two albums are really good.
Yeah.
What's the story? Morning Glory.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And
They
Definitely
barely
Maybe.
speak English, but
Yeah. Oh no, blubberish. Yeah, and I mean, Noel's
There's some
Noel's an
Cockney-
asshole because he's very, arrogant.
yeah.
But Liam's an asshole because he's a drunk.
yeah.
And belligerent, But it's kind of funny because like
I still don't know who's the one that's more talented, like does the guitar and
yeah, Noel's the songwriter. Like that's why he always ripped on Liam. Liam's like he's just
so
a singer.
Noel is the Michael Schenker of the group.
yeah.
Yes.
But one of them, the singer guy wasn't there for a show, and so the one that does the guitar,
Yeah, that was on MTV, and
yeah,
he was up.
and
he
it
was up
sounded
on-
just as good with his brother.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he was up. He was up in the like wasn't
Heckling.
He,
He was
yeah, he was
heckling his
heckling
brother.
and drinking and throwing ice and
Yeah.
yeah, because he refused to go on. And,
He was. Don't get me wrong. It sounds better with him singing because he has that kind of whiny voice that some reason
Yeah,
fits the
yeah,
aesthetic.
yeah.
But he really didn't need him either.
no,
No.
and that was what he proved. He got
Yeah.
up there and he did. He did it without him.
All the hits.
My favorite song is a Noel singing
Don't Look
song.
Back in
Don't
Anger.
Look Back in Anger is my
It's a good
favorite one.
song.
It's my favorite one by them,
Yeah.
and he sang it.
Yeah,
so
and
it
he
didn't
sang
matter.
it on the album too.
Yeah, that's what I mean, on the
Yeah,
album.
So.
Uh,
There was like something I saw with Liam just a couple of years ago. Dude, I swear he was doing like story time with some kids or something. And then they started asking him questions, and he was just like answering these questions with like crazy little answers. He was funny though. It was like really funny. He wasn't being an asshole, you know. He was being like, you know, like genuine, like somebody who had been a father for sure, you know.
Yeah.
He definitely raised some kids, you know. But he was cracking me up what he was saying to the kids.
That's funny.
He was just making shit up. It was funny as hell.
I like how they settled their beef with Blur on a soccer match.
Yeah.
They played soccer against one another. 'Cause
Oh,
they
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hate- So instead of just keep on, they agreed to play. I don't know who won,
I don't either.
but there was a soccer match
I'd heard
between
they
like
did that.
I don't really know why they like hated each other, but
they're from the same town.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Yeah.
like they're from the same town, and from what I understand, I don't know, like the Gallagher brothers were like obviously the working class, fight and spit in your face,
yeah.
and the other ones were the more wealthier, like kids,
Right.
a little more proper and not as mean.
Yeah.
So it's probably the Gallagher brothers causing the
It probably
problems,
was, yeah.
and then them just kind of reacting. I'm just kind of.
Noel.
I don't know though.
I didn't even think Liam there. I think it was just Noel. He accepted an award in this was 96 or something. They got won a MTV Europe award or something like that. And he went up there to accept it, and Michael Hutchins from NXS had presented it to him. And he's like, "Oh, this is great. I'm getting an award from a washed up fuck like this guy." Said it right to Michael Hutchins while he's standing next to him on stage. And Hutchins just stood there like, and took it. You know, he just let it go.
He didn't like fight him or anything.
No, they got into it backstage, but
yeah.
because they were kind of friends at that point, and he just decided to come out and say it. It was like, all right, what's that all about?
Yeah,
And I was just like, oh man, that was mean.
that's pretty mean.
It was pretty mean.
Yeah, they're
Guy killed himself 2 years later. I'm just saying.
the shitty Beatles. Oh, it's so great though. Then
Dude, that was so funny that night. We talked about Wayne's World, and then fucking was it Jay who looked it up when we were
Oh
talking
no,
about
the
shitty-
shirt was me.
It was you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. I knew like Jay was here that night though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
it might have been, but
He was. I remember.
But I was
And
like,
you-
oh, that makes.
And you
perfect
looked it
sense.
up, and you're like, ha! And you just showed us, and we all started laughing. It was
Yeah.
just a
It,
fucking Oasis
it makes
shirt.
perfect sense.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
The Jolly Green Giants, the shitty Beatles, they any good? They suck.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, Crucial Taunt's good.
Crucial
though.
Taunt's good. I hear they will. That's what Gar said.
I just like when bands fight.
Oh yeah,
It's funny,
I agree.
and I guess we'll talk about the Shanker brothers.
Yeah.
And first of all, I was only a very mild, casual Scorpions fan, and only
Same.
like the big songs, you know, Rocket
Yeah.
Like Hurricane, you know, Winds of Change, the stuff that they're known for.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I knew that I did know that he had a little brother that's a guitar virtuoso, because I was a musician for a while. Never really got into stuff, but everybody like tell me, dude, his brother could wail. And I didn't know there was another guitar player, Uli John Roth,
Yeah.
who was also very good. He replaced Michael.
Yep.
And that's what got me into this rabbit hole. I saw Uli John Roth playing that Sales of Sure. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like a really flamenco sounding awesome. I'm like, this is really good.
The couple of videos we watched, Uli John Roth was playing, right?
Yeah. And he's a really good guitar player.
He didn't even look like he was trying. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, he's just ripping like
Yeah.
no business.
Like he was not doing all the
Yeah.
like
And-
making the faces and stuff. He's just like
Yeah.
whatever.
Al knows the albums and knows the guys better than we do, but I'm just giving my Cliff's notes because I'd like all my knowledge happened in the last couple days.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got in an interview. It's like, well, what happened with the brothers? What's the problem? And then Michael Shanker just totally shits on his brother. He's like, Rudy don't even know how to play.
Yeah,
He's like,
it's Rudy, right? Rudolph.
Rudolph. He calls him. Yeah, he calls him Rudy. I
Yeah.
think. But so I'll just play it real quick. He really hates his brother, and it's kind of one-sided because I played Rudolph talking about. He's like, I love my brother. I wish him well. And so I'm like, oh, okay. It's a case where
Yeah.
Michael's got a little bit of an ego problem. He's kind of an Oasis type. So I'll play this here.
All right.
Liam's the one who started Oasis, and then had Noel join the band
Yeah.
as the fifth member. He already had a guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer,
Really?
and then brought Noel in.
Oh wow, I
Good.
did
That was
not-
good. Good job because he made the band better.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I
Any
approve this
fucking
message.
political ads.
All right.
Is America's border
Oh,
czar.
are there
and she's
political ads
There
out there
was
right now?
nothing, nobody
we
was
didn't know.
interested and understood what I was doing on a single string. But in England, that's where it came from. People were entertained by that. Plus, it was actually accepted as a profession.
This is Michael Schenker,
So
by the
you
way.
had lots of people over there, and so I wanted to be there, regardless of what the band would be. Who asked me, UFO, I didn't pick. They asked me, I went like, I'll go. I turned them out of a psychedelic rock. I made, turned them in a hard rock band, metal band, even maybe at some point, with some of the songs, and. So the Scorpions always knew, but I always say the Scorpions profited from all my moves I made. It was not like, oh, Michael, like selfish person and stuff like this. No, it's something good. Look, first of all, I'm my own person. I have my own vision. Okay, I don't need to follow my brother's vision or anybody else's vision. Everybody has the right to do their own thing, and nothing to do with selfish. Okay, and the other thing is that everything I did, they copied, Rudolph copied, and so therefore I took them with me. I took them with me all the way. The first album we made, I was 15 years old, Lonesome Crow. It was internationally recognized immediately because of like the old drummer used to call Klaus Pizza Singer, but that Pizza Singer is a great singer.
He actually said something
It's
nice about Klaus. Wow.
And because I was 15 years old, and my first song I wrote was "In Search of Peace of Mind," which still has one of my favorite lead breaks in it. I don't see anything wrong with that lead break. The others on Lonesome Crow, they are not developed yet, But "In Search of Peace of Mind," it's like the same with Leslie West's theme of an imaginary Western. There's nothing wrong with it. It's timeless. It's always right. And "Stairway to Heaven," the same thing. And somehow,
He's gonna shit on his brother here.
so basically, what was the point?
You being your own man and
I hate my brother.
Yeah,
That's the
and
point.
so and basically the Scorpions, Rudolph especially, he copied all the way I wrote songs. He had no clue what to do, he didn't know anything, but he watched what I did, and I got Klaus in the band for him because he had nothing to offer on the guitar anyway. He couldn't have gotten Klaus because Klaus wouldn't have, what do I do with you? It's just like, but I brought him in, and
Really thinks highly of his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he goes. Klaus would have never joined him. He sucks.
Yeah, he's like
He only wrote like he only
Liam
wrote,
and Noel.
he only wrote
Michael
like
and Ray.
7 or 8 huge hits
Yeah. After you were,
Yeah.
after you left.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was all because of you, though.
Yeah, it was all because of you. You told him. You, by being mean and hating him, made him write those hits.
Dang, it might have actually
Yeah, it might have
pushed
driven
him to
him.
be like, I'm going to prove him wrong. So he's like, but that song he mentioned, he's like, it's timeless, like all these other songs, like Stairway to Heaven. That song I've never heard of in my life.
The one he wrote. Yeah.
the song he's talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's on the Lonesome Crow.
Yeah, well, he said
That's-
piece of something mind or something.
Don't
yeah,
get me
but
wrong.
The album, I believe,
Oh, okay.
that's the first album, I believe.
I'm
they
sure
ever
it's
did.
great.
People I trust very well say he's a phenomenal guitar
Yeah,
player.
sure.
And I'm sure he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know any of his stuff.
I
But,
don't.
like,
I know his brother Rudolph's stuff.
Well, when he
you know what I mean?
when he started his own, which was
Yeah, he's technically
the Michael
Fred.
Schenker group.
he started it as the Michael
And he
Schenker
was in
group.
UFO as well.
Right, but he's
UFO
when he
is
started Michael Schenker group, then it became Macaulay Schenker because he added I can't think of that.
Macaulay
dude.
Culkin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
The Home Alone kid. Yeah.
he added him, but like, I mean, they had like a couple hits. They had one big hit, but like, it was very generic. It wasn't like he had any special guitar sound or anything on it.
No.
That was like the only thing I had ever really heard from him. And then I started listening back to his stuff, and then went, "Oh fuck, yeah, he is really good." But by the time I knew who he was just like trying to get famous, like
Yeah.
writing crappy songs,
Yeah.
Because
Well, he-
they weren't that great. I mean, I heard a few of them, and that was enough for me.
He's a great musician.
Yeah.
But
But now the
Scorpions were massive for a while.
Yeah, the
after he
UFO
left.
stuff's pretty good. So it's some pretty wild shit.
Yeah,
you
it's-
know.
yeah.
But like when he started his own thing, I was like, oh, okay, that. Okay, I heard he's a really good guitar player, but when I heard what I heard, I didn't like.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it was it was generic rock.
I mean,
it was radio rock.
I guess if your brother sucked so bad, why did Klaus stay with him? And they
Yeah.
wrote a bunch of hits. That's all I'm.
Right.
It's my thing.
bunch.
Yeah, like
Right.
they ended up being the two songwriters of everything. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know, man.
But again, if some people are eccentric. I think sometimes to make art, you kind of got to be nuts.
Yeah,
Sure, like you can't be normal and look at the Gallagher brothers and even like even someone who like if you sat down and talked to him, he seems so chill and down to earth. And then all of a sudden he veers off into how great he is. And I like him. And I'm not even shitting. I like him as a person, but he'll veer off, and that's Billy Corgan.
Oh yeah.
Billy Corgan will sit there and he'll talk for an hour. Like, dude, I like Corgan. I can sit. And then he'll go like, we were way ahead of our time, and everyone was just playing second fiddle, and it's like, oh, great.
You know,
okay, Billy, you're losing me here.
It's funny because Craig,
you were good. You were
Craig and
for sure.
And Jay were just talking about because coming up on Wednesday, I think it is. It's Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins and Rancid at Comerica Park.
Okay,
and they're going. They bought the tickets like a year ago. But Jay says something about the new guitarist from or the bass player, whoever the chick is now in Smashing Pumpkins. Kiki.
Oh yeah, James is still in it, but yeah, they got a new bass player.
Kiki. Something like that.
Yeah.
She's neat, is what they said.
Oh okay.
I guess she's good looking. And anyways, but
so was Darcy.
Darcy was at one point, you know.
Yeah. I don't know what she looks like now.
Darcy was pretty hot when she was young.
Yeah, she was kind of banging.
But
out.
they, one guy on Reddit a couple weeks ago, they were talking about bands and stuff, and someone said Smashing Pumpkins and talking about alternative music, and one guy's like, it's like, yeah, they were alternative, but they were like TRL alternative. They were only part of the MTV thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about?
Dude, shut up. Just put Gish on and then shut the fuck
Put
up.
mayonnaise on.
Well,
or something.
just put Gish on and then go through Siamese Dream.
Yeah.
And fuck off, motherfuckers.
I know.
That shit was fucking. Oh yeah, she's
neat.
She's Asian.
She is.
Yeah,
She's sexy. She plays guitar.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of have to think you're better than everybody to be good at music. I think it's kind of required.
You got to be confident, definitely. But this guy is saying that they were for the TRL crowd. I'm like, what? They were popular well before TRL. It just happened to be their biggest shit was Bullet with Butterfly Wings off of Melancholy, and that was when TRL kind of started. It just coincided, but they were around for 7, 8 years before that.
Yeah, I don't think of them.
4 years.
I don't associate them with TRL whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I don't know what that guy was getting at. But
the TRL rock bands would be like what, Limp Bizkit maybe.
Yeah.
I would associate with that.
Some 41.
Yeah, only because he was on there before he was famous. It's Marilyn Manson was on there once or something, dancing around.
Yep.
But I don't really associate him with it. But
No.
he was on there once.
I just it kind of dumbfounded me because fuck.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, the Pumpkins were not a TRL band. If anything, they were kind of leaned proggy early on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, they were really good, musicians and shit.
I think it was just it was a perfect storm for them. Is that when they were making those most popular videos, even today, that video, but that and then the ones that were on the next album, the double album, just happened to be well-made, popular videos at the time TRL was starting. But they had tons of stuff before that. They weren't for the TRL crowd. They just happened.
Yeah. Now, everything I said about Billy, though, he's really confident and arrogant, but he does seem like he treats people politely.
Yeah.
He does. But if you ask him where he's at musically, then he'll gladly tell you.
He's a great guitarist.
And he is good. He's good.
Is Iha still in the band? Yeah, he joined again, I guess.
Isn't he like a big jiu-jitsu guy now or something? He
might
got
be.
really into it.
He probably is. He looks ripped.
Yeah.
But actually, that picture there, he looks like Kenneth Jung with fucking shaggy hair.
I heard Darcy has massive mental problems and.
Oh, that's possible. Like
lives
he
on a
left,
farm.
he's left and came back to the band, but like, it looks like he's in the band again. But then they have this chick who's also a guitar player, and then they got another chick who must be the bass player.
Her name's Kiki Wong.
There's Katie Cole, Smashing Pumpkins since 2015. So what's she do in the band?
I don't know.
Because what do they have? 5 guitars? Oh my God, she's got holy beautiful boobs. Okay, she plays bass too, so she plays in bass and.
So what is James Eha even doing anymore?
I don't know, but
Kiki
that's
Wong
like
is huge.
those are boobs.
Oh yeah, those are boobs.
Those are boobs.
But you know, sometimes they're a little too Asian.
But yeah, this is all right. So this is another chick who's in the band. She plays guitar and keyboards, but she plays bass in the Pumpkins, and she's got lovely breasticles.
Nice full lips.
Lovely, beautiful woman.
Talented.
And then let's see, Kiki Wong is very talented as
Chang
well.
chang chong.
She's very talented as well. I haven't decided yet if I like her better as a blonde or a brunette. Probably a brunette.
She awaits your approval, Al.
Okay.
As we know.
Of course she does.
I don't know.
We are a
big
She's a little
deal.
old for me, but
We
you know,
yeah.
she's 35
Oh
already.
no.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't want you, getting a little too old for a 50-year-old Al. There.
51.
Oh yeah, none over 30.
There you go. See,
29 is my limit.
so like one of those manosphere guys,
According to this,
No, it's a Mick Jagger thingy.
Mick Jagger. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
Mick
it's
Jagger.
Mick Jagger thingy. Get rid of him at 30, so 29's the limit.
You gotta be like Leo. He goes at like 18, 19. He goes real.
he does.
Yeah,
he's
But
a star.
well, no, I don't know if he still is, but the last chick he was dating, like it was like 4 years in, she was already over 25 because they said he gets rid of him by
Ugh,
25.
That's an old maid.
Yeah,
Got to get rid of
so
that.
maybe she's turning old Leo around. I don't know.
It
Well, next thing you know, he's going to be dating a 28-year-old.
no way. He wouldn't do that. No way, not Leo.
Yeah.
It sounds like Eha is permanently in perfect circle now also, so maybe he's doing that.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's been doing that for like 20 years. But like, yeah, he would show up and do appearances and do shows with the Pumpkins. But like, it looks like he's in the band now. Maybe he's like not doing it all the time. I don't know,
Yeah.
because he's done solo albums too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he's just doing album stuff and he's not touring with them.
You know, though, a lot of times these bands, like later on, they'll add a guitar player
Oh yeah.
for touring because it's, you know, to cover a lot of other things. You know, like, you know, when they record, you know, they
Yeah.
like fills and, you know, or added things. You know, sometimes like when
Pat Smear. That was the first one I thought of.
yeah. I thought like
Nirvana was too thin live without a rhythm. You know.
what was the guy's?
They needed him.
Adrian Smith. He left Iron Maiden. They got Yannick Yars. Then Adrian Smith came back to the band. They never got rid of Yannick because they're like, we have so many guitar parts.
Yeah. Makes
that
sense.
3 guitar players is perfect. And then the same thing happened with Bad Religion when Brett first left.
Yep.
They got another guy, and then when he came
What's up,
back,
Darth?
when he came back, they were like, "Look, we've got so many different parts, guitar parts, that we just keep 3.
Yep.
You can keep all 3 of them."
Well, Pat Smear again, but
What up?
the Foo Fighters did
Yep.
that when Pat Smear left and they replaced him, and all of a sudden he came back, and they
Yeah.
basically have, counting Dave, 3 guitarists.
Yeah, and even like that keyboard player,
Yeah.
he plays guitar.
Yeah,
too.
doesn't mean
So
you always need guitar, man.
yeah, more
Well,
guitar.
like, you got to have somebody live, man.
Yep.
I want to buy a double guitar.
Shaped like a lady's crotch with the legs going up like
No.
this.
There's like this guitar. There's
Like Tenacious D, the
there's
Pick of
ones
Destiny.
with a guitar and a bass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2
Yeah,
necks.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I might just do that and
Just play
become
both.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna become like a prog rock star.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's where the
I'm gonna
money's
call
at.
myself something.
Prog rock's where the money's at, man.
Improvise solo
I'm gonna
A in
call
key,
myself something.
key of D minor.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll come up with some name. Yeah.
So, does anybody have any idea what the hell Linkin Park's doing?
They're trolling.
Well, there's a city.
Yeah.
The band that Linkin Park's doing?
Yes.
Well, they did the troll clock.
Yeah.
What,
And then
was that all about?
Well, supposedly the real announcement September 5th.
Yeah.
But they trolled everybody with the fake announcement to
So-
get everybody into the real announcement.
Okay.
And they're just and the real announcement is they're gonna obviously there's a tour or something coming up.
Oh, is
And
it?
yeah, yeah.
I think there's a
okay.
new album.
And they're gonna
I
have a new
wasn't- yeah.
singer.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe they were just gonna put something out. You know,
there's
like
there's different rumors that it's the Sum 41 kid.
Yeah, but there's a
probably
couple
like
other
40
people. I
now.
wonder if they're just doing an album of with different singers.
They might.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're a big enough deal. They can afford it.
they could probably do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like,
and
well,
some
what they-
41 guys available because this
you mean
supposed to
besides losing singers? Yeah, they're doing good besides that.
be maybe say yeah.
about
but-
to spin lightsabers off the highway. I love that.
Yeah, but some 41 is supposed they're wrapping it up. This is their final tour,
Yes.
so I mean he's available.
He needs a job.
He has a job.
I didn't know that, but yes.
They started last year and it was supposed to be last year.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they extended it, and I think they're just finishing up now.
Now I knew Linkin Park was popular, but I looked up like their sales and stuff. I didn't know
Oh,
how
dude,
massive
huge.
they were. I was like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, they were that
Hy-
big.
What was it? Hybrid Theory, and then
Meteora.
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 Yeah.
Minutes to Midnight
Yeah,
was a
dude.
concept, but I thought it was pretty good, but it was just me.
But those two albums for sure,
Oh, yeah.
like, were just
They were huge.
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 I mean, I'm not a big fan, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
but that look, I didn't grow up with it.
Yeah.
You know, when they hit 99?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, that wasn't like even like you know, Sum 41 and those guys, those were like the mid 90s. Those were like the next group of young guys,
Yeah.
you know. So it wasn't that I disliked them. I just wasn't that huge of a fan.
Well, I was mildly into them both.
Yeah.
I just like I said, yeah,
they were good, but
were good and
they
solid.
weren't like they weren't my bands. You know
just
what I'm
had
saying?
I just had no clue how. I knew they were popular. Don't get me wrong. I knew they were a big.
Yeah.
They were rock stars, all that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were like 30, 40 million album kind of big.
yeah, it was
Fucking massive.
yeah,
Their Wikipedia says 70 million albums.
Jesus.
yeah. They were
Yeah.
big. They were big.
Hybrid
dude.
Theory won 12 times platinum.
Yeah, they're big, man. Look, I mean, look, Riff started playing them from the beginning.
Yep.
They were playing Hybrid, that album. They started playing them right off as soon as they came out. They were playing them, and they've always played them. That's huge when local, you know that that's a pretty, because they don't do that anymore, you know?
No.
I mean, you know, there's certain bands like that, like Riff, you know, there's certain bands that like even their new music gets played,
Yep.
you know, like Chili Peppers and stuff. Not that I like it,
Yeah.
but you know, they like when a new song comes out by them, they fucking play it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
there's only a few bands like that they do that for anymore. It isn't like, you know, the old days that was, you know, if you were a popular band, when your album hit, they dropped that single, you know.
Like I said, it was so horrifically scary that in the end was on WMC.
yeah.
I know.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, that's
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing. Like I was a full-on adult when that song
Dude,
came
this
out.
was
That's not no Madonna shit.
No.
I wasn't a kid.
Dude, 3 weeks ago, me and Jay and Andrew were right at the gas station right here,
Yep.
putting gas in. As we pulled up, I'm like, he shut the car off, and I go, was that was Black Hole Sun
Yeah. Yeah.
on CSX?
Oh yeah. Dude,
And-
that's when I knew. I heard Hard to Handle by the Black Crows
Yeah.
on CSX
Yeah.
in like 2011.
Well-
I'm like, what the fuck?
It's, you know,
Yeah.
and Jay was like, oh man, what the fuck? I go, look, dude,
It's gonna happen.
I go, it's classic rock.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I mean, technically, what was playing when I was born is oldies now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like so I would definitely consider classic rock. Linkin Park is classic rock.
I mean, it's 25
They're
years
not
old.
quite oldies yet, even
Yeah.
though WOMC
it's-
is kind of an oldie station.
Not anymore, though. That format's all like it's completely different than it ever was. You know,
Okay.
they play 70s, 80s, 90s. They play everything now. I mean, I was hearing everything from Madonna and
I base everything on the clock from Back to the Future. 30 years.
30 years.
30
Yeah.
years is
Yeah.
I
oldies.
agree.
So, because remember how
okay. All right.
remember in the 80s how long the 50s seemed?
Yeah.
So that's the 90s now.
So basically,
so like
yeah, okay.
1994 is and so grunge technically is oldies. Now,
All right.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
it's 30 years. Not later grunge, but like early grunge.
Right.
You know, because you're kind of
So
really.
what would
well,
like,
Kurt was dead by then, so yeah.
what would Metallica be?
Oh, they're oldies,
Oldies. Okay.
even though they're metal.
yeah.
Metal, yeah, they're.
oldies.
Well,
but-
I don't know. Metal's kind of its own thing, isn't it? Because I never
It is.
considered Black Sabbath oldies.
No.
They're just metal, right?
Yeah,
So I guess
yeah.
metal forever is metal.
Yeah.
So metal doesn't matter if it came out last week or Black Sabbath.
So saith the Radio Underground.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, because you can't be old if you're metal. You live forever.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's So they're not. You're not. Yeah, they're not. Metallica's not oldies. No.
No.
Slayer's not. None of them guys. Even though their shit came out 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Slayer's fucking old.
Slayer's fucking old.
A lot of them are old.
A lot of them, they're all hitting 60 now.
Yeah. God, fucking even half of Slipknot's dead.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
I heard that Sid got burned the other day.
Yeah, the other
Bonfire.
Sid.
The other Sid got burned in a bonfire.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sid Wilson, the DJ for Slipknot. He got burned.
Oh.
Yeah, messed up.
Has he been with the band a long time?
Oh yeah, he's been since the beginning.
Beginning, yeah.
I don't
he's a
know.
DJ.
I just don't know all their names. But
He's probably the only reason they're considered new metal because he was a DJ.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally because people lumped kind of like the grunge thing. You know how there's like grunge bands that weren't grunge. Slipknot was considered new metal, and they weren't like Korn or Limp Bizkit or anything.
No.
They were just really fucking heavy, and they happened to have a DJ.
Yep.
But they were more just thrash to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I always viewed Slipknot as thrash, but whatever.
No, I mean, like, yeah, exactly. That's kind of an interesting thing to do. You know, it's something different than that nobody ever did in a metal band. So
Yeah,
you know, and they are heavy as fuck. So.
They were Slipknot was always been really fucking heavy.
Yeah, so I'm cool with that. I always like that. Well, you know, I like when they try weird new things. You know, when they slip stuff into their albums that you don't notice. I mean, on Bad Motorfinger, there's 2 songs that have saxophone solos in them.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I listened to an interview with Chad Gray from Mudvayne, and he's actually a pretty interesting guy. He's like, we came out, we had the makeup, we had the concept. He said, then we went and we were just about to break free and get big. He said, then we saw Slipknot. We're like, oh fuck, we're 5 minutes too late.
Yep.
Because they're like had the mask and stuff. He goes, well, we'll try to sell it as like because he goes, our thing was like they just had they were just guys in masks to hide their identities. We weren't trying to hide our identities. We were like, into monster movies and shit. We were like a theme more than it was just okay. We didn't care if anybody knew who we were. We went by our real names. He said, but he said then it got worse. He's like, our first big gig, like you're gonna be touring with Slipknot. We're like,
Oh man.
it's like right off the bat.
Yeah.
He goes, I love those guys. They're still my friends. He goes, but man, it was rough. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Every question was, you guys trying to be Slipknot? It's like everywhere they went.
Yep. Everywhere.
It's like, no, we're not trying to be Slipknot.
Do we wear masks?
Yeah. He goes,
Do we have 2 drummers?
and he was right. He was like, our sound, he goes, we don't sound anything
They don't
alike.
sound alike.
And then he said, we don't sound anything alike.
I never gave Mudvayne any real like.
Yeah,
I listened to them a very little. I didn't ever really give them anything.
Yeah,
I never checked out any of their albums.
They have a couple decent. Like I said, it wasn't really ever my thing.
No.
Okay,
But they had a couple good songs, and the bass player is actually a really good bass player, and he was kind of farmed his duties when Mudvayne broke up. He was like playing for whoever needed to.
did they get back together? Or?
They're back together now.
Oh, okay.
And they're
I mean, like Bry wasn't totally into him, but his little brother was, and he kind of liked him.
yeah, they're a good heavy band. I mean,
All right, he returns.
but he was in Hell Yeah with Vinnie Paul from Pantera.
Yeah.
And he was talking. They asked him about
Okay.
They asked him about the Pantera thing. He goes, look, because I'm friends with all the guys. He says, but I can just tell you this. He goes, when I was in Hell Yeah, Vinny got asked 1,000,000 times with me sitting there, like, what about, would you ever get back, do Pantera again? And Vinny's answer was the same every time. My brother's dead. That's
Yeah.
it. It's over. My
Yeah.
brother's dead. Pantera's
Well,
done.
we when they first decided to do this thing, we all expressed how we thought of it.
Yeah, and then I kind of was like a little forgiving because hey, whatever. But it keeps getting worse. Now they're going to record a live album with the current lineup. It's like, all right, guys, this is not a tribute anymore. You're just trying to be Pantera, and you're not.
Oh, it's a money grab.
Yeah, it's a money grab.
Look, if they go out there and the money that they make and they give a good portion of it to the Abbotts, then okay, whatever.
Well, I'm sure. It's
Because it's not their band.
Yeah, I'm sure that they signed off on it.
Yeah.
Like the Rita, his wife.
Oh, okay. So all right.
I'm
so,
sure
yeah.
because they wouldn't be able to do it unless somebody from the
Oh,
Abbots
yeah.
signed. Someone signed off on it, but I don't know. It's like whatever. I think what my personal theory of why it all happened. Pantera got. If you went on TikTok, it was huge.
Yeah.
Like it was a new generation. I just found, and it was a mixed bag. People loved it, but then there's like, well, they have this kind of unsavory racial opinion. Phil said some things over the years. So it was like, but there was a lot of talk of Pantera on TikTok, and I think they thought like, we got a whole new generation of fans right here.
Yeah.
If we just go do it.
That's what keeps happening with a lot of these bands.
Yeah, they get found on TikTok.
I mean, look, Master of Puppets was like what? That Stranger Things, was that what it was on? Master of Puppets?
Stranger Things, yeah.
Dude, that motherfucking
Even Kate Bush.
That motherfucking song charted after 40 years, 30 fucking something years. It charted again?
Yep.
Or it never charted before. I shouldn't say that. It never charted
Yeah,
before because it was a metal song.
Yeah.
So it never charted originally.
I never get notifications for the show. What's up, E. Cook?
Oh,
you doing?
hey.
He's probably watching Michigan game.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan won 30-10.
Good.
Oh, okay, good. I was worried when it was 10-3.
I have
but
so
not
much built up
really.
racism. No, not you.
They're
no
working
way.
out some bugs. That's all. They'll be fine.
But like even like
Racism's dead.
Yeah, that Kate Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's very reclusive and
her song blew up because
Yeah.
of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Michigan looked terrible,
Yeah,
did they?
They didn't look great. They looked better in the second half.
Well, I
but
expect.
not
I,
looked good in the first.
I
I
don't-
expect a little dip down.
How many players did they lose? New coach, new quarterback.
I mean, literally on offense, there's
Dude, the
it's
fucking,
Donovan Edwards.
There's
That's
gonna
all
be a
one.
dip down.
There's no, I mean, like even like all their good,
Well,
good
even
linemen.
the lineman. I'm saying no. The
Yeah.
only starter, and he wasn't even a starter. There's only one starter returning on the offense from last year.
on the
Yeah.
offensive line.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and that's it.
Because other than that, it's
Everybody's
like
new.
as far as the running backs, Donovan's still there.
Yeah, but he wasn't a starter.
No,
So
and
Samaj
then-
Morgan is working as running back.
and then Loveland, right? He's still there, but there's not very many guys left from that offense either.
No.
They
Period,
played
right?
Fresno State.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, 31-10. That's
30-10.
30-10. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. They didn't really even name a quarterback till the other day. So,
Yeah.
and it was just basically for this game. I don't know what to do for the next game, but it's either gonna be Davis Warren or Alex Orgy.
Oh, so they're not sticking with.
Well, they're doing probably like they did a couple years ago. They're gonna start one guy in this game,
Oh, don't do that.
so and then they're gonna figure out by the third game who the starter is, and they play nobodies the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
That's college football.
So they did 2 years ago with JJ and what's his name?
I guess they pretty much have to do that nowadays. So
Farting bad.
Yeah, Davis Warren's not great.
you're farting bad.
Yes. I haven't today, but now I am.
You know, we were
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
right, it's
we were
Texas
talking about
next week.
music.
Never mind. I said they had nobodies the first couple weeks. I forgot it was Texas in week 2.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're not a nobody.
We were talking about music,
Mm-hmm.
but we forgot the most important thing:
Oh
the anniversary.
no.
25 years. Back that ass up.
Oh, is it right?
So
I
yeah,
don't know. You
25
guys,
years
you-
old?
You guys wrote it. One of you guys wrote
I
it.
wrote it.
The 25th anniversary of Baghdad.
Baghdad
ass
ass.
up.
Oh, yeah.
What brought it up is because we were looking at something and I saw that Juvenile was coming to.
Ooh, I like it like that.
He was coming here for the 25th anniversary of Baghdad. I'm sorry, the Baghdad As Up 25th anniversary tour, and he's playing the fucking Fisher. I'm like, why are you playing the Fisher Theater? That's a theater with seats, like, plays.
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
he playing like the Fillmore or something?
I don't know.
And it didn't make any sense to me. And I looked it up, and they had like this biography. He's like, it's safe to say that hip hop wouldn't be the same without Juvenile. I'm like, really? It wouldn't be the same?
It,
Yeah,
it might not be the same because no Juvenile, but it'd
Yeah.
still be, it'd still
No,
be
but
fine.
but I
it would still be fine though.
I did not save the copy on this. I found, but I should have. I wish I would have saved it.
Found
'Cause
Lil
they make
Wayne.
it sound. They
it was
make it sound
basically
like.
like they're like saying it's like he changed the game.
He brought
Yeah,
Little
you
Wayne
know.
to us, right?
Well,
Yeah, it's. I mean, he did. He did help bring Lil Wayne out. To the people.
oh, okay.
But yeah, it's been 25 years.
Dude, I don't know much about him. I know that he had like a string of kind of bangers, really.
Oh, he had High, he had Back That Ass Up. He
Yeah,
had one you said.
but yeah. So
The Block Is Hot.
I have a story of when that song first came out. You know, I was newly single and slaying everything in sight 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I had my little apartment, and one of the girls that I was seeing was servicing me, and she's like, "Put some music on." So I just reach over and click this radio, and the song that pops, all of a sudden it's like, I like it like that.
Yeah.
She working that. She starts laughing, so she doesn't finish the job.
Oh, God.
Oh, well,
Fucking bitch.
well, then you got denied.
Yeah.
Fucker.
But she finished later.
Yeah.
But
Still.
we started laughing so hard, like she, you know, I probably went a little limp or something too, I'm sure, because we were laughing our ass off. We just thought it was funny.
Play something to get you in the mood.
Yeah, she's like, put the radio on. And it's all boom. It's like, it was a good one. It was a good song.
It is good. I mean, he had some good songs, but they're basically like, they kind of were making it sound like he changed the face of music.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean,
I don't know that.
I don't know about all that. Plus, also, lady at work went to a wedding on like Tuesday or something. It was a Tuesday wedding. It's the only day they didn't get the venue. Anyways, she's like, yeah, I was gonna leave, but then I requested my song and it came up, and it was like, Back That Ass Up. I'm like, oh yeah, he's coming on tour like next week. And she's like, what? So she was trying to look for tickets, and that's what we were talking about at work, because first of all, it's the Back That Ass Up 25th anniversary tour.
Hell yeah, it is.
And then that whole bio where they're just talking about how he like changed the face of music. I was like, Juvenile, did he write this himself? I mean, you know,
That's exactly what I would write.
Likely not.
That's what I would write.
I mean, he started in this thing is comparing him to Grandmaster Flash and some other shit. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah. He's right up there.
We're talking about the same Juvenile, right?
He's right up there with Tupac and Slick Rick.
I look. Well, with something like that, I just like
Top that and Teen Witch.
state your business.
Nothing's better than top
Explain.
that.
I would just, if you're gonna say something like that, you better fucking have a real good explanation of why, But nobody ever answers the why anymore.
No.
They just say something, and then you're just supposed to take it that way, as like, oh yeah, okay. No, tell me why. What
Tell
made
me
him
why.
right?
Yeah.
But what made him? What made this about him? Why is he this?
I think this is Top That.
That's
think
the
it's
best version of Top that I've ever heard in my life.
It's a cover, obviously. I think.
Yeah, that's not from the movie.
Because they got some pretty decent percussion.
I like the drum.
This is fucking. I like it a lot.
Yeah, this is kind of like a Zeppelin version.
Sounds like
this?
Top That from Teen Witch. Cover, obviously.
starring Robin Lively.
Yeah.
I'm king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody they show it. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you wanna hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that, top that. You can do all that you can, but you'll never top that. Top that.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, this ain't bad. This is like heavy.
You'll never top that. Top that.
Look how funky he is. I will never be hip.
She's gonna rap now.
Supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really
This
wanna
is way
go
better
without
than the
that?
original.
Such a waste of pretty face
too
hanging
good.
in your
This
nose
was on a
face. I wish
movie?
that you would take
Yeah.
it.
No, this
Really
wasn't.
stop that.
This
Stop
is
But
that.
the original version?
Yeah.
See,
Was
I
in
don't really
Teen
give a
Witch.
about
Teen
trying to
Witch?
Anyways, that's the
Oh.
best rap song ever.
Yeah, Teen Witch starring Robin Lively.
called-
Yeah,
Top that.
I know. I didn't see that.
Well, it's like
It was pretty good.
It's
Sounds a bit like
it's
a porn
Beretta's
intro,
son rapping with some Jewish chick.
Yes.
huh? Beretta, like Robert Blake. Beretta?
Yeah, his son.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. It was Beretta's son.
His son was.
And Blake Lively's sister.
Yeah, that one I know. The redhead.
Yes.
Yes, I know who that is. Yeah.
No, but she tries to get her friend to be cool, and she has witch powers,
Yeah, so
and she gives her the ability to do supersonic embryonic.
she does this rap.
And she
It's real-
raps?
She raps.
Yeah.
Robin Lively.
But
the
her
friend.
Jewish
Her
friend.
Jewish friend, yeah.
The best part
You hear
is
that, Eric?
Jewish.
what
Were
is
you
that?
triggered?
This Polly chick.
Probably dark curly hair.
Andy
Yeah.
Ingbar.
Embryonic second. I don't,
This chick?
That's her. Yeah, she
Oh,
raps.
she's got some great boobs.
She
and,
doesn't in the movie,
She does very good yogas.
but it's like
yeah, I remember her in shit when she was a kid.
Well,
I remember seeing her in something.
Do you know what the meme is for a Jewish chick with big tits?
It's a jube.
No, well, it's called because they're
Oh.
Khazar milkers.
Khazar milkers.
'Cause
Okay.
they're Khazarian.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Because
It's called Khazar.
because Lori like called Rachel like the first time she met her. She
You had
called her,
Khazar milkers.
She called her Julo.
Julo.
Yeah, from the first time she met her, she's like, "Good Lord, what? Look at those jubes, Julo." Like she knew, like she met her, found out she was Jewish, and like that was like she came up with all that. Yep, it was great.
It's great.
I don't think it's
Oh,
on here anymore.
Yeah,
Probably.
so now
Teen
she's
Witch
like
Top
she's
that
a
right
yoga
there, right away.
She's a yoga girl now.
Where'd it go?
Man, she's not a yoga girl. She's a yoga old lady, but
Yoga lady.
well,
Yeah,
she looks kind of old. I don't know. Is she?
yeah she's got to be by now. Yeah.
she's
They-
about 5
Here you
years
go,
older
Al.
than me.
Dad just waved at you.
Here you go,
No,
Al.
I wish
This
you
is the
saw more
scene,
than his
man.
brains, though, you know? Give him
She
a
just
shot.
wants to be cool and
Man,
In
accepted.
the audience, here, you gotta see the guys dancing.
The
and stuff.
audience can hear it.
But you need to see what they're doing when they pull up on their bikes there.
Yeah, I would have to rip it. I don't have time for that. But yeah, they can hear it though. They can get the.
You just need the audio. You get the gist. Alan
Oh,
needs
no,
to
I-
see the video.
I don't.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
he's cute. Yeah, and he's really nice and he's really funny. I heard him in class once. And he has the cutest walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see you guys together.
Here you go, Al. This is how people hung out in the 80s, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
King, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says, sure, I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that.
Dude.
No.
How's he
not
singing out there in the middle of the street with reverb? How's he
Oh my
doing that?
God.
Studio quality too.
But you will never top that. Ha ha.
Let's go back the other way. No, just go up and talk to him. Are you kidding? I'm so embarrassed.
We can't ride our bikes by them.
Look at how funky he is.
Look how funky he is.
I will never be hip.
You'll be hip if I give you
And
superpowers.
you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that. Top that. You can do all that you can, but you'll never top that. Top that. So top that.
Here we go.
Supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really want to go and top that? Such a waste of pretty face, but
Look at
hanging
his
in your
face,
own
he's
face.
like,
I wish that you would take a look and really stop that. Top that. Well, stop that. I don't really give a about trying to top that. Top that. Stop that. I wish you finally take a real look and really stop that.
Face off.
Face.
What's this?
Stop that.
But give.
Stop that. I don't really give a about trying to stop that.
Top that.
Big deal.
Stop that.
Unreal.
You can try to, you blue.
I will make a fool of you.
Top that.
Whoa.
Look at the his buddies are like, "Ugh."
Top that.
Yeah, top it.
They start. Yeah, that is. It's just like the ciphers.
And
in 8
this is
Mile,
our generation's 8
where
Mile.
they're having the rap battles and stuff. It's the same thing.
Just
It was, dude. Top that was. I remember I saw that when I was, even when I was 12. I was like, man, this is rough.
This is so bad.
I was like, they do not get how this rap thing works.
I don't know if it's just me. Maybe you guys. I don't know if anybody's ever said this, but I had a little thing for Robin Lively.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just you.
She was cute. She's cute.
Just you.
Just me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
No,
what
I
I thought.
didn't think
yeah,
anything of her.
totally.
Yeah.
She was
No. I
her
liked it
perfect
too.
symmetrical face. It was not appealing
Yeah. no,
whatsoever.
it wasn't attractive at all.
No.
Yeah.
But it was my actually that was one of the funniest stories from Karate Kid Part 3, because she was in that and she was like Daniel's friend, but they never made them like
A
boyfriend thing because he was so much older than her when they made the movie. They were like, it might be weird. She was literally 17 and he was 30 something at that point
Yeah.
because he's really old. And they're like, yeah, you guys are just gonna be friends in this one. You're not having a girlfriend in this movie. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. When Daniel, like he, you
might have
kind of
been
make him look
16.
bad because he kind of always getting a new chick.
He was every single movie.
Yeah.
He
He's
had
gotta be loyal to somebody eventually.
he had Elizabeth Shue in the first one, and he had Tamiko, or I can't remember her name in the second one.
I heard that a lot of them came back for Cobra Kai. I got to binge watch that.
I don't think Robin Lively did, but the first two did.
No,
The
I know
Asian
that.
lady
Yeah,
and,
the Asians. What I'm talking about now.
I watched the first 2 seasons in like a night.
I got to watch it.
I watched.
Where's it on? Where
Netflix.
can I?
Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
I watched it. I watched both the first 2 seasons. That was all I had at the time. I watched them both in like that was like at the beginning of the shutdown pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, I was working, but other than that,
They're on season 6
But
now.
but really, what sold me on it?
The final season.
I liked all the fans service, but I saw an interview with Sensei.
Yeah.
Martin Cove.
Yeah.
And he's like, my thing was, he goes, we're gonna bring Sensei back, but I don't want him to be just pure evil. There's got to be a reason he's this.
Oh,
way.
they do show the reasons.
And then we're gonna show it.
Yeah.
And
do.
I don't even know, but all I know is when I saw the first one, there's with him and his Terry Silver.
Yep.
There's a picture of him in Vietnam.
There's some Nam stuff.
He probably has PTSD from Nam, and it made him hard and mean and not like Asian people or something. I don't know.
It was definitely a Nam thing that made him
that way.
It's
got to be hard. You got to be tough, no mercy.
Yep.
Because he's trying to help these boys. He doesn't really hate them. He's trying to help them, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
It's basically that.
But I got to see it. I
You
got to
should.
see it.
It's you know what? Just sign up for Netflix for a month. Get the ones with the ads. It's like $7 for a month of with ads.
Yeah.
Just watch it. They're shortish episodes, and they're just doing the final season now.
I got to see it.
I mean, they split it into 2 parts, but
yeah,
so like a lot of episodes. But it's good. It gets to the point where like they keep on like well yeah, but I can't explain it. Like basically like his son's with this guy being his teacher, and then something happens, and like no, I'm with him now.
Did they bring Terry Silver back too?
Oh yeah, Terry Silver came back.
No,
also.
I saw Barnes.
Yeah.
Barnes, like they get all these guys.
They brought back a couple of the guys.
Even Chosen, I saw Chonson or whatever. How they?
Yeah, he's back, and he's kind of turned a new leaf.
Yeah.
But like I said, his Asian girlfriend from Karate Kid 2 is in it. He meets up with her, and Elizabeth Shue comes back.
Of course.
And there's someone else. I can't remember now.
I know they can't. Chad McQueen, they can't find him. He won't do nothing.
He doesn't need to.
He's just off in the
he does
races cars.
Races cars. He's just like his grandpa or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen may have heard of him.
Was that his grandpa?
I think it was his grandpa.
Yeah, Chad's never coming back.
No,
I know that. I know the one guy, like he was in a couple episodes and then died.
Yeah,
the one that says, "Yeah, get him a body bag." That guy died.
I think they killed him off in the show, and then he died after that.
Yep.
Like they did like a buddy weekend where they went camping, and like he died during the show.
Yep.
And they just killed.
Now, the funny thing, before Cobra Kai was even a show,
yeah,
it was awesome to hear that all those guys, like, had work again because the Comic-Con, there's mythical stories about if you go to Comic-Cons, them hanging out with fans like the Cobra Kai guys.
Yeah.
Even Sensei and Terry Silver, like the auxiliary, like even some of the auxiliary ones and Barnes, all of them, the Cobra Kai guys would party, like they'd drink with the fans and just have a great time at a bar.
That's cool.
So they were.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, and now they got work again.
Yeah.
Except Chad McQueen, man, no one can get a hold of him.
Yeah, but like I said, he
doesn't. He's a McQueen.
Remember, because
he's
now
got
think
that
about
name.
Nevada Smith's fucking come on.
They didn't bring everybody back because I didn't see Lamar Latrell.
Yeah,
I didn't see him in it yet, and he was in the first one. So maybe not everybody, but a lot of people.
Yeah, they can't get a hold of everyone now.
It does get a little bit too like overly dramatic and stuff, and I don't know. There's parts where it's like, come on, this is stupid.
Gotta get Bananarama back.
They got Bananarama back. Yeah, it's
a cruel summer, man.
Yeah,
it's a good show. It probably is good that it's ending.
Yeah, for some reason,
run out of ideas.
Yeah, they.
Oh, it's like this last season?
Season 6 is the last one. They're splitting it into 2 parts.
Okay.
I didn't watch season 5 yet, so
and I guess Billy Zabka and Martin Cove have been
awesome.
They have been friends since they did that movie.
Yeah.
They've remained friends the whole time.
Even after he beat him up in the parking lot?
Yeah, even after the parking lot. Even with all that tension.
Yep.
Billy Zabka rules.
Yeah, but they're boys. They're homeboys, man. They even were in Shoot Fighter together.
That's right.
With Bolo. So, yeah.
That's right. I did forget about that.
Bolo Yang, the honorable Bolo.
That was not a great movie.
No,
No.
but Bolo was cool with his.
I was just
Yeah.
looking at all the people who are in Teen Witch.
Team Witch there's quite a few.
Karen K is in it.
Oh, all right. All right.
Yeah, you guys might not know her, but she was in a movie called My Tutor, and that was like one of the first sets of beautiful boobs I ever saw on TV.
Hot
on a movie.
Was that like
from
private
like
school?
1982?
Which one was the one with Phoebe Cates? Private School, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, My Tutor.
That's a hell of a movie.
She was tutoring a young man, and those are them right there.
Have you guys
Those are
ever?
boobs.
Those are perfect boobs.
Have you ever done a Facebook rabbit hole and you kind of go down it because like, oh, who's she? She's friends with so and so.
Yeah.
All
And
the
then you accidentally
time.
like a picture. Like I gotta
Yeah.
fuck. I gotta
Yep.
block her now.
Yeah.
No, I've never
No, I
done
never
that.
did that, but I get like I've rabbit holed
go-
where I like who is she friends with? Like when they go people you may know, and I start looking through them all. I'm like, oh, who's her friends? But you know, I never ever check who the guy's friends are. I just
No.
Oh, she
Why would
looks
you waste your
good.
time
I'm
with
like,
that?
Who's she friends with? Oh, all right.
All right. Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll check out a guy's page. Occasionally, see where I compare because he's pictured with the girl that you were creeping on.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, is he better than me? And more often than not, yes, he is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
it happens.
definitely sometimes I'll see a name or like a face of somebody, and I'm like, you know, dude, we're 50 years old now. I don't. I mean, some of us look different. I don't. You know, I'm talking about the people.
Oh, your age. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Your old age.
So I'm like, oh, maybe I do know that person. That name sounds familiar. And I'll look, and I'm like, no, they don't have any. I mean,
Your advanced age.
yeah, my very extremely advanced.
So advanced.
Incredibly old.
No, you're incredibly old. Well, you will be incredibly old, but you're not incredibly old yet, Mike.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how are you going to starve yourself down to 200 pounds? I need to know.
Well, it's a.
Well, you did say you're incredibly old. Number 8 says it.
Yes. That's
true.
In 17 minutes.
Yeah, I was just going to
Yes.
say. I was going to wait till 17 minutes and then say it. But
But so it's my dad's Cole Robinson like theory of you got to cut your food back, starve yourself down. You don't. I'm not going to be scientific. I'm just going to starve down.
Portion control would help, but
No, starve.
Now starve.
And that way, if you
Who is this guy?
this guy,
the snake diet guy.
snake diet guy.
The thing-
Oh.
Yeah, the problem with extreme fasting is your body will hold on. Like when you go back to eating like even 800 calories a day,
It'll
you'll
just
gain,
balloon up.
Yeah, you'll swell up.
Yep.
So you got to starve yourself down in permanence, really, and just till you get to where you want.
Just never eat again.
As long as you survive.
Yeah.
If I survive when I get to 200 pounds, then I can maybe introduce food back in.
Well, you know what? I never
Safe
thought,
though. It's a safe way to do it.
I never thought about it, and it's simple. But one guy I used to work with said this: it's like if you eat 2,500 calories a day, which I know you said before, you eat more than that. Mike.
Way more. I'm well beyond.
So let's say you ate 4,000 calories.
Mm-hmm.
If you're there, I don't know.
Yeah, right about somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm guessing.
You just start off and you cut it down to 3,500. You got to find a way to just cut here a little bit here and there. You bring it down to 3,500, and then after that, you
maybe
do the same
30,
thing.
3,200, 3,000, something like that.
Yeah, and then you just got to bring it down. Well, and then another guy I worked with said, think about this: just eliminate. What's your heaviest meal? Is it dinner? Or is
Yeah,
it lunch?
dinners.
Dinners usually. Try to cut out one, not like just cut it out, but cut out the equivalent of one dinner every week.
Okay, and in total. Okay.
In totality. So if your dinner is 700, 800 calories or something, over the course of a week, you have to cut out that 800 calories.
Well, my problem is my dinner is probably a day's worth of food. My dinner.
Well,
You
just got to figure out a number, and that's if you cut out that amount, even just that amount, you're going to end up losing a pound a week.
Because there's this thing they have this Mexican place I get stuff from.
Yeah.
They have a gordita meal. There's 3 of these big things. They're like they're that big.
Yeah.
It's very tough.
Stacked.
Gorgitas.
And
I'm guessing it's not
they're
McDonald's or Taco Bell because you said this. Mexican
It's the one
place.
next to Common and Utica.
Oh yeah.
The
So-
Tanqueria.
Yeah, and they got 3 of them bad boys, probably like 500 each
Yeah.
calories.
Yeah.
500 each, plus plus the beans plus the rice.
Yeah.
Carb.
Yep.
Carbs in there. Barbecue.
Yes,
Man, it's
there's
so
a lot of
good.
carbs.
Probably, I'm guessing 1,500 calories just that meal.
Yeah.
Easily. And man, it's so good, and it's killing me.
The one saving grace of that, the beans, yeah, that's carbs, but it's fiber also. So it could help
Yeah,
you poop.
yeah.
It could help you poop some of that weight
I
out.
definitely poop a lot.
Yeah. So that's one
Poop's
thing.
healthy too. It's like the size. It looks like an intestine. It's not.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
good.
it's not loose.
It's not loose,
Yeah.
but it's not too firm. It's got a good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fibrous.
Yeah.
Your poop should be fibrous. And also, this is straight from a doctor. Quite a few years ago, told our Uncle Danny. He asked him if his shit floated. I don't think he said shit, but I'm paraphrasing.
Excrement.
Yeah. He's like, does it
Feces.
float? He's
His
like,
Dukes.
he's like, yeah, it does. He's like, well, you're Irish. And he knew he was Irish because his poop floated, basically calling him a greasy Irishman.
Yeah.
But he's not wrong, because the more grease in your system,
The fat. Yeah.
your poop's going to float. If your poop sinks, you're getting enough fiber in your system. So there is that. That's helpful.
I did
If
notice
you,
it
and if you,
floats
if you,
sometimes. That's probably why.
if you base it on keto rules, if you do like a keto diet type thing, if you have something that has this many carbs but this many fibers, it's supposed to even it out, because fiber technically is just going to leave your body quicker. Because
Yeah.
it's fiber.
It exits.
It exits. So if you base it on keto rules, those beans are helping you out a lot. The 1,500 calories probably is a lot, you know.
It's probably what I should eat in a
But
day.
that's my problem too, because I eat dinner and we don't eat it that early, and then I go to bed at like 9:20 at night after like 2 hours after eating. But dinner is my biggest meal by far.
and you got all that sitting in your gut.
Yep. I need to find a way to make lunch my bigger meal and eat a lighter dinner. A sensible dinner, as Tommy Lasorda used to say in
Yeah, 'cause
Weight
it-
Watchers
'cause
commercials.
Like my back problems and hip.
Yeah.
Clearly weight caused.
Probably.
Too much gravitational pull, just compressing that spine.
No, yeah, it's probably exactly what it
down.
is.
So you think 200's where you got to be?
Yeah, 240, 240 I could survive. I could live at 240 probably pretty long. But if I get a
decent amount of years out of it,
yeah, but if I get down to 200, then I might live to a normal male life expectancy. If
Yeah.
I got to 200.
I see.
240 would I could probably at 240 I could probably get another 20 years.
Yeah.
Weight I am right now 10, I'd say. Maybe I'll have a heart attack about 50. How old was our uncle that passed of a heart attack? 55, 56?
Something like that.
That'd be right in that range.
Yeah.
I'll be gone. If I stay where I'm at, I'll be dead in 10 years.
Yeah.
I really do think that.
You
So-
probably should lose some weight.
Yeah.
Let's go back around to that. Yep. Long story short,
Starve myself down.
need to lose some weight.
Starve down.
That's the one that gets me, honestly, because I eat something in the morning before I leave for work, because I take vitamins and stuff, and take them first thing in the morning. So I don't want to eat them on an empty stomach, because I'll get fucking sick to my stomach. So I eat
Yeah.
something in the morning. I eat something light at lunch, but then I fucking kill it at dinner time. And that's been my biggest thing.
Go heavy, yeah.
I need to go lighter at dinner and heavier at lunch. But whatever.
Yeah, eat a big
I don't think I'm doing 1,500 calories at dinner like some people are, but you know. Although it
Yeah.
sounds good. I haven't had that taqueria in a while.
It's
pretty
good, man.
yeah, it's pretty good. Like we usually get a big old thingy of.
Yeah.
We get like some big platter thing there or something. I
Yeah,
think.
that sounds great.
I think
That other one's good. The newer one, off common as well, but grash it.
Tequilas?
Yeah,
We went there for lunch
yeah, it's good.
at the end of the school year, and it was surprisingly really good.
Yeah, we ordered from there. It was really good.
Yeah.
I was very happy.
It was cheap for a lunch. Got a couple like enchiladas and some beans and everything. And it was like $9 a person, which isn't bad now.
No.
So it was pretty good. Anyways, we got to get back on the subject here. I was watching your Gears of War stream yesterday. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I did it that on our account, just through the restream feed, just to see how it worked.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly, except the sound wasn't the
Yeah, I
best.
couldn't figure that out. You couldn't hear what they were saying.
So I just to do it easy, I just streamed through my Xbox on mine, because my stuff's there.
Yeah.
And it sounded a lot better, except my voice. My voice sounded great on our stream because I have this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it's a whole different. See, the problem is every time I see some new piece of equipment, I want to impulse buy.
Yeah, yeah.
And they got a thing. Rode has a capture card, so it's a Rodecaster capture card.
Yeah.
And it works beautifully with this here, and it's a synergy.
So it would help with the video game streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I don't want it.
No impulse buying.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Because it's not cheap. It's $250. It's not a little piece.
Oh yeah, it's
cheap piece of equipment.
No.
But it has a 4K capture card. It has even if you didn't have the Rode, it itself, it has one microphone port.
Yeah.
And it has all the good sound that this has.
Yeah.
But it can't record like how we're recording the episode, like the file, and you can't do multiple. There's a lot it can't do.
Yeah.
But it can give you one microphone and a good stream sound, which I needed.
Yeah, everything looked okay, but that was the only thing. I could hear the background noise. I couldn't hear
the
voices.
For some reason, I was only getting one, like mono. Like I would get if the character to my right was talking.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. Like it should have come in through my right headphone, but it's coming through my left. So there's some continuity issues. I was only getting mono some kind of way.
You had just roasted that thing with the Hammer of Dawn, and I could hear it crackling, but I
Yeah.
couldn't fucking hear what Marcus was saying.
Yep.
I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" It's like I just hear crackle, crackle, crackle. It sounded great. It's like I could hear it in stereo on my earbuds. I'm like, "This sounds great."
Yeah.
But I don't know what the fuck he's saying. He's like,
and I couldn't figure it out, so I just played it right through the Xbox because I don't need to hook anything else up.
But it was cool.
just
It was like a Nerd Fest throwback.
Yeah, I did that and then Morgan we tried to play together last night, and he's on PC now, and we couldn't link up with. We would have to play Gears 5, and then I went to play Gears 5, and there's some stuff that I didn't download. I was like, just forget
So you
it,
got
dude.
an hour's worth of downloading.
Yeah, just forget it. It ain't. The old days are gone, man.
I know. That's what I said. I said something earlier, and Elizabeth, my daughter, was like, "It's like, why don't you guys just do it through streaming?" I'm like, "It's not the same through streaming.
No, it ain't.
You gotta be in the room.
It's not the same.
Look at the old pictures. You gotta be in the same room.
Yep.
Doesn't
Well,
work.
it's like, yeah, you can, I could, it's like doing this, but all remote. It's not as cool remote.
No.
Even though I will have to do that.
Yeah.
Soon.
It will.
But it's
it's
not
what
as
it is.
cool, man.
No, it's not. Everybody being in the same room was the thrill of it. You know.
Now I know there's a lot of podcasts that I know that everybody has nice equipment like this, and they all 4 or 5 do a call in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can do it great, and we're gonna do it great with Al.
Oh, it'd be
it's
great.
gonna work.
It'd be great.
But I like everybody being.
I think we react off each other better in the same room.
Yeah.
There's no delay.
Sure.
I just always think.
Well, like that's
better.
kind of why I was like I'm gonna probably buy a Rodecaster. I don't know how if we can do it that way.
You just need to buy top of the line, Alan. Everything.
Right.
Just overspend.
Right.
But
on this silly hobby.
What you need is there's different options though. Rode makes. They make this big fucker here, which is the nice one. Then they make a mid-size.
Which is the one we used to have?
No, that's the old one.
Oh, it was the old one of this.
Yeah, the old one of this was my favorite one.
Yeah.
It was very simple.
That's one I'd like to
It's
probably get.
User friendly, very user friendly. And then there was a Rodecaster Duo, which is about half the size of this. And then there's the Stream, which I was talking about what I needed for my capture card. And it's all you need for a stream. But you can't, it's a little more difficult to record your own podcast with because it doesn't have its onboard recording mechanism.
So I'm wondering, like, if I get that and set up everything, like, that'd probably be easier for when we do. Like, I could just come into the room probably.
Well, you're going to sound a lot better.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I thought about doing other stuff anyway.
Yeah, well,
like being like, having like, a division of Radio Underground Inc.
Yeah.
Having like sister companies.
Yeah, parents.
Sister companies to the parent company. Yeah, subsidiary.
Radio Underground West.
Yeah, do like, I mean, I have ideas for things that might, like that I could do like an hour or something, on my own. Just whatever. I don't know.
You could be more in depth.
I mean, I'm
We
knowledgeable.
briefly
about
talked
a
about the
few
Shanker
things.
brothers. Here's an hour on Shanker.
Yeah. Well, like
deep dive.
All right. So the other day, Jay looked up. I don't remember why. There was a song we heard. He couldn't get a song out of his head. A crappy '70s song.
Yeah.
And anyway, we started talking about all these other crappy '70s songs, and I'm like, yeah, the whole romantic rock phase and all that shit, and yacht rock is what they call it now.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
So he looked up the top 100 songs of 1978 at the end of the year, and so he's just going through and he's naming the band or the singer or whoever, and he's like, and then I'm figuring out what song it is.
Yeah.
Dude, I nailed a lot of them.
A lot of crap songs.
A
right?
lot, but no, there was a lot of good ones too. But I
right.
nailed a lot of them. Like I just knew them, Like he's like Linda Ronstadt, like Blue Bayou. He's like, damn, dude. Then he's like, okay, like there's Steely Dan, but I knew a few of those already.
Yeah,
so that was a big year for them. And then just like, but some of the even the like ones that you didn't think I'd get, I was like, bam, got it. Then we did Bee Gees. I go, dude, that was Saturday Night Fever. Come on.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack.
I mean, just like that was it right there at that point. I mean, that was huge that year.
Yeah.
That 2 years, really.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because every song that came off the soundtrack was a hit.
But he was just like going through them. Well, 100 to 1. But a lot of them I got. Very few times I was like, no, I don't know. No, I'm not sure.
There's probably more crap yacht rock like you're talking about that you didn't.
Well, there was a lot of disco.
Here's yacht rock.
But then there was some
yacht rock explained.
But then there was
understood as a pejorative term. Yacht rock referred to as part.
Yeah.
Just a stereotypical yuppie yacht owning, enjoying smooth music while sailing. So it's smooth music while you sail.
Like Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Yeah. Well, basically, all right. So a lot of these bands were going this like romantic rock way, and like my understanding was that they started dubbing it yacht rock because of they were huge part of the fucking cruises. They were some of the first ones. All those groups were like, Air Supply and all those groups were doing doing those cruises like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so that's where I heard that it was dubbed yacht rock.
That makes sense.
So
that makes because.
But it was always like
can't get any more yacht like.
They always called it like
cruise
romantic rock because a lot of those bands, one in particular, Ambrosia, they started writing all those soft rock music.
Yeah.
But they were not. They were originally a really wildly progressive band. They did they had a lot of keyboard stuff. They weren't really like that.
Yeah, they got
Ambrosia's
the number 3 yacht.
Yeah,
rock.
So
some of these people I've never
original,
heard of.
the early Chicago, the first 9 albums,
Duran.
There's that's bullshit.
Well, that's not yacht rock.
That's
not
yacht rock.
like new wave.
So their music, that music was very different than when Terry Kath died and
Peter
Cetera pretty much took the reins.
Yeah.
Because he had Terry Kath killed. No, just kidding.
He did. Yeah.
And then everything was crap rock.
Crap rock
Glory
of
for
Love.
the 80s. Yeah. Well, you're my inspiration.
Then there's a yacht soul as a derivative.
Oh God.
Ooh, yacht soul.
We got a little yacht soul for you tonight.
Because there's only a few seconds left in today, I got to say happy birthday to Debbie Gibson. Happy 54th birthday.
Happy birthday, Deborah. I miss you.
Today.
I haven't seen you on
31st.
Instagram lately.
And now it is now officially September 1st. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Michael.
It's your birthday.
Incredibly old.
46. I knew that.
46 years old.
One older than me. Actually over one older than me.
I'm a tremendous decrepacy.
Michael motorcycle blew a fart and fell apart.
It's not your birthday.
Blew my back.
I remember.
I actually
so mad when you'd say that to you. When you were a kid.
He didn't like that. He also hated butt crack Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up, guys. Stop. It ain't funny.
Okay, we're done. But yeah,
No.
what is considered yacht soul?
Well,
Does it have any examples?
yeah,
Duran.
a lot of it is just soul though, that I'm
So
seeing.
yacht rock. They put
DeBarge,
Duran.
that makes sense.
How dare they put Duran in there?
DeBarge from the Beatles.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Jermaine
They did Hungry
Jackson?
Like the Wolf, you fucks.
It was more it would be-
Tavares,
I don't know. Fuck Tavares.
Oh,
Grover
yeah.
Washington,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Withers,
What?
Yeah.
That's yacht soul.
Stevie
Grover,
Wonder, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We're
Gro-
giving up on the yacht
Grover
soul.
Washington did Isn't That Just the Two of Us?
Could be.
I think so.
Probably, yeah.
I think so.
I thought he was the guy who invented the peanut.
He is. I think. I'm pretty sure that.
Pretty sure he invented the peanut.
Yeah. Pretty sure Grover Washington.
Yeah, been on the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Grover T. Washington.
That's it. That's exactly what it was.
Just the two of us.
Actually, I think the peanut guy might have been George Washington Carver. Shit.
Nah.
I think I got my people confused.
Maybe I was wrong on that. There's a bunch of other songs.
It's
that
all
he
the
did.
same.
That's one of his songs. It's all the same.
Oh no, he did.
No.
He did a song with Bill Withers, just the two of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
When the funny thing is, I didn't see Michael McDonald on there once. I figured he would have been on there somewhere.
Yeah, he should be.
That would be like
forgetting we're not
Yeah,
in love anymore.
even when he took over the Doobie Brothers.
I
you
didn't.
know.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting
He was in
no
Steely Dan before that.
anymore.
He was in Steely Dan before Doobie Brothers.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Who, Grover?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grover died like in 99. 2000, something like that. He died way back. I remember the reason I knew who he was, but my ex-wife liked him a lot. Yeah, she liked a lot. She liked a lot of good music. She had really good taste in music.
Now they have Yacht Rock Essentials.
Yeah.
Okay, of course.
Some Air Supply.
Now this is more of a proper list than what I saw on Google. Right off the bat, #1 song, "What a Fool Believes." Doobie Brothers.
yeah.
Right away.
All right.
Right away, it's McDonald.
Yeah.
Right away, McDonald.
But they're not yacht rock, though.
Just maybe just
Maybe
song.
that song.
Yeah.
Toto, Africa, yeah.
Damn.
Sailing, of course. Christopher
That's
Cross, yes.
yeah.
Africa. I mean, Total maybe later and stuff, but
I'm-
originally
Dude, Toto's a hard rock
they
band.
were a hard rock band, man.
Yeah.
And they got a little bit more
Dude, Steve
progressive. and
Lukather
stuff.
is
Key
like a-
Largo by Bertie Higgins.
Oh, I hate that song.
Brian and Al,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
I
It's on
keep
this.
forgetting.
This is on the
We're
list.
not in love anymore.
Rosanna.
Oh, Jesus.
Rosanna though, it's got like if the extended version where they have all the like there's going off at the end of that song. It's some killer
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Song kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
just the ending of it's great.
Yeah. I remember I was living in
What,
Utah
is
at the
Asia
time,
on
but
there?
I was living in Utah at the time, but I used to watch Access TV all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Margaritaville, of course.
yeah, I woke up and there was a Toto concert on, and like it just started, and like I'm like, oh crap. I go. They're probably not gonna play any of the good stuff, and then they start playing all these fucking like these bangers, like these rock songs. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, they're playing a lot of the older shit.
This Yacht Rock, I like 70% of it.
There was a guy I worked
Yeah,
with
me
named
too.
Pete who was
I guess I really am
complete computer nerd, and he did IT and stuff. For some reason, he got suckered into working in like a print shop.
Did
Anyways,
he have a Toto poster
he
framed?
He loved Toto, and we're like, yeah, Rosanna in Africa. And
No,
he's like, dude,
yeah.
one day I will teach you about Toto.
Yeah.
And he was younger than us, and I'm like, whatever. And he started playing this some of the shit. I'm like, this is fucking Toto. This shit rocks.
So
10cc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not in love. This is what Jay was doing to me.
Yeah.
And every time I kept singing a little bit of the song. And he's
Just
like,
knew all
dude,
the-
you know every one of these. I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I knew all like the disco tunes and stuff because like I was 5 and Hill was 4 and we watched Dance Fever and we
yeah.
danced to everything.
Oh, yeah.
And like 1978, obviously Grease. I never liked Grease.
No.
It drove your sister nuts that I didn't like Grease.
Yeah, she loved that.
Yeah, it drove her fucking nuts that I didn't like Grease with her. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. I loved Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
You loved Physical,
Mm-hmm.
but just not Grease.
I just but
Ding, ding,
I don't know what it
ding.
was, but I like Stockard Channing in Grease.
yeah.
I think she's cute.
I
I don't know what it was. Anyways, yeah.
She kinda, well, the thing was
Weird.
she had that older chick
NCC,
vibe. even
Toto.
then.
Yeah, but we're Norm from Mothers.
Mothers.
His oldest kid, Derek,
Yeah.
used to come in there sometimes, and he'd come in and sing. And he's a really good fucking singer.
Yeah.
But he would sing like he sang a few songs, but he would always sing this Toto song. And I'm like, I go, are you a big fan of Toto? He goes, you knew that was Toto? I'm like, yeah, dude, like before like the whole Rosanna and Africa thing, like they were pretty hard. He's like, dude, they got so many good songs. I go, yeah, I know. Like, and at that time they had just released some kind of album. I go, have you heard the new album? It's got a lot of jazz sound to it. I go, it's got a lot of jazz sound to it, but Steve Lukather's guitar is really good in it. And he's like, dude, nobody listens to Toto, dude. How did you know this? I'm like,
how did you know that?
I go, I know a lot about music, brother.
Him and Pete and you are the ones that know the most about Toto ever.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
know
what
a
Pete's
lot
doing right
about
now.
him.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
I mean, he just.
I know a little bit about a little
He
bit.
schooled us on.
But
Toto.
that was
shocking.
like one of my thoughts with the podcast. It's like I could do like an hour podcast where, like, just a story.
You could do a yacht rock episode,
but I could do like
by
just
yourself.
a story of music. You know, like a story from a band or something.
Yeah.
And just like talk about it, like from my view. I know that I could. People would listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know enough shit about it, I mean, sometimes I make stuff up, but now it's harder to do now because you assholes got like fucking fact checkers.
Yeah, they can fact check everything.
Fuckers.
Well, it's, I was gonna fact check something. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Babe Ruth jersey?
No.
The famous one where he supposedly called his shot.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he's like called, pointed out and hit the home run there.
Right.
That jersey sold for $24 million.
Dude, they got off cheap, man. I thought it was like
$24 million for.
Dude, it was worth at least 27 and a
for
half million.
100-year-old jersey.
Jeez, 100 years, man.
$24 million.
Well, I mean,
The
100 years. What is that like? What 2.4 million a year?
He had to be
240,000 a year.
The first
That's not bad.
big mega sports superstar.
Yeah.
Dude, he was the first player to ever make $100,000 a year.
Rich.
I mean,
Or was it was either $100,000 a year or it was a $100,000 contract, but he was the first one to ever get it.
And that's great. He's the best, one of the greatest players ever lived. But $24 million for a shirt.
Right, for a shirt. I mean, is he gonna wear it?
No, he's probably gonna put it in glass and hang it up.
I'd wear it.
I mean, it seems there's something.
Dude, if I was a billionaire, I'd buy something ridiculous like that and wear it everywhere.
Yeah.
I would buy something meaningless.
Like if I was a billionaire, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take that $24 million jersey, and I'd put it on, and I'd go out and fucking hang out and fucking meet bitches, and
Or some place that's just like kind of mid-level. Like, I got a piece of seat here from Camden Yards.
yeah.
Like, it's still open, isn't it?
Yeah, that place is just it's like
Camden Yards.
this is from Sky Dome.
Yeah,
Sky Dome.
Yeah, right there.
Come on.
Check it out. We could have grabbed a piece of rubble from the Pontiac Silverdome.
I got this from Yankee Stadium. The original? No, the new one. What?
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit.
Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that scoreboard at Comerica Park.
Yeah.
It had a light bulb. I stole out of it.
I stole this door handle off the gas station. And,
Actually, an LED light. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, that'd be funnier if you took the light bulb because they switched them all out to LED.
Yeah.
Like, I got one of the original light bulbs, not the new LED crap.
Yeah, because LED came later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Actually, that'd be better for the whole bit we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LED.
Alan stole a door handle off a gas station.
Yeah, I once stole. No, I did.
Good.
It came
You gotta
off.
have it.
It came off in my hand as I was closing the door from the outside. It pulled apart, and the other part was still in there. And I just walked back to my truck, drunk, and got in it and drove away.
I would do the same
up,
thing.
And I woke up in the morning. I'm like, where the fuck did I get this fucking door
It's a
handle?
collector's item.
And then like 5 days later, I was like at work. I was like working at Snapjaws, and I was with Bry. We were smoking a joint, and I go, "Oh fuck!" And he's like, "What?" I go, I know where I got that fucking door handle from. And I told him about it. I go, I don't know where this door handle came from. He's like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You know? He goes, what the fuck? And then I'm like, oh, I know where I got it from. And I took it back to the gas station because I went there a lot. I felt bad. You know?
Here's your door handle. I found it on the ground.
I stole your door handle. And the girl that was working, she goes, oh, yeah, you were in the other night. I go, it came off of my hand. I just walked away with it. She's like, they got a new one.
Well,
I'm like,
I got a backup.
Here's the old one.
That's funny. This is a little bit of a debate somebody had on Reddit. It was about we're natives of Michigan, all three of us.
Yeah.
We're natives. What do you refer to yourself as?
Michigander, I think.
Michigander or Michiganian?
I don't. I've never used Michiganian ever.
All right, first things first. There is no such thing as a Michiganian, in my opinion.
Well,
you are a Michigander. If you're not, you're a loser.
Michiganian was the first. Michiganian.
I've never heard of it.
Michiganian was used by 4 of our last 5 governors.
Was it really?
Don't care what
Michigander was created as an insult by Abraham Lincoln to our current governor at that point. He called him a Michigander because back then a gander was a buffoon, a fool.
It's also a duck.
It's a goose.
Yeah,
Goose and a gander.
Goose or a duck.
Yeah.
Goose.
I always thought a Michigander. I don't know if. Sorry,
I'm a
Abe.
Michigander, man. I ain't a Michiganian.
I'm just saying.
The reason I'm not a Michiganian is this: it's not Michigan.
Yeah.
It's Michigan.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a Michiganian, whatever, and sound really stupid, I'm a Michigander. I don't care.
It sounds.
You know why? Because I'm
Armenian
adult.
or something.
Yeah, fuck Abraham Lincoln.
Michiganian has been around for 200 years. Michigander has really only becoming. It was invented in the 1850s.
It is an insult.
But it was as an insult, and it wasn't used by the masses until the 1970s.
Well, you know what, Abe? Thank you. I'll take the insult.
Interesting.
I'll take the insult. I just don't like the way Michiganian sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds dumb. Michigander sounds, Michigander sounds fine.
Michiganian sounds more like sinister or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Michiganian
I'm
sounds like a douchebag, hipster, wannabe loser.
Well, I think it was a big argument. A lot of these people were like, I've never even heard the term Michiganian, but it's
the
literally
original.
it's used by most of our governors for the last however long.
Yeah, but I hate them all, so fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Even the ones you liked used it, though.
I fucking hated those too.
Oh.
I've not really liked the governor of this fucking state.
In a long time.
I don't recall Milliken maybe. That was the only one I thought was okay way back in the day, but I think he was kind of a buffoon too.
He liked Michiganian. Just so you know.
Did it really? Yeah.
But I was only 5.
I looked it up.
I was only like
Milliken's
5.
What did Jim
so
Blanchard call himself?
A Michiganian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like Jim Blanchard.
Blanchard and Engler and Granholm all referred to themselves as Michiganians.
All failures.
Rick Snyder.
Losers in
Rick
life.
Snyder didn't care.
What about Mistress Whitmer?
I didn't look it up.
Okay.
They're whatever. Fuck them all.
Yes,
Just
Mistress.
saying.
I'm a Michigan.
Basically, you're
I'll be in the minority. I'm cool.
You're in the vast majority.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Most people want Michigander.
They didn't know
That's what I
Michiganian
thought.
was a thing.
Yeah.
That's even one of like Ted, one of his like Michigander at this was one of his
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked with people. First, I can never recall anybody in my life that used Michiganian until like I was hanging out with my old buddy Frank. There was some people that he went to school with.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the girls was like she said something about being a Michiganian. I go, no. And like Frank just looks at me. I go, no. And I just kept getting louder. I'm like, no, there's no Michiganians. There's only Michiganders. But in her defense, she actually did not know either.
Yeah.
She wasn't from here. And she's like, I just kind of made up that maybe that's what you guys were called. I go, no, we're Michiganders. And she's like, oh, okay. Oh, I like that.
Well,
I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, oh, okay. So like Michigan, I go, I don't know. I've heard people say that. She goes, I never heard anybody say it. She just thought maybe that's what it was.
Yes. Well, I was the opposite. I didn't hear Michigander until I was a full-blown adult.
Yeah.
Michiganian because when I was a kid, I used to look at the maps and the atlases and stuff, and they had the folding maps. and they would have like a little introduction from your governor and stuff, and it says Jim Blanchard said, "Hello, Michiganians," and then this one. So I had kids before I ever heard Michigander.
Really?
Yep.
Because
Michiganian was all I ever heard.
Dad always.
I don't know. I never
Dad
remember
always
Dad doing
said.
it.
Dad always, yeah.
No, I mean,
Dad says we're Michiganders.
I don't know where Dad got it from either. Then
I don't know.
it was like literally made up as an insult and then wasn't used again. Even his favorite governors used Michiganian.
I don't know.
That's weird. I mean, he might have. I just remember him saying.
I thought I could have swore Dad said when we were young. That's why I've always stuck with it.
That's weird. I don't know. I don't care either way.
No,
but I just thought it was a fun debate.
Yeah, I don't know. Michigander. That's what I've always thought since as far as I can remember. I mean. Then
Mike,
again,
Mike
who
ran out
knows?
the door. I think he left. Oh, there. What? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know Dale was missing. Dale got caught in the death storm the other day. Mike let him out before his nap, and then
really
didn't let him back in until. Hey, cuz you're back. We were just debating Michiganian versus Michigander, and I was informing these guys that Michigander was created as an insult by Abraham Lincoln. Which one do you prefer, Michiganian or Michigander? You can reply whenever you have a chance. I know you had.
There's only one correct answer, though.
I mean, again, I don't care either way. There's technically two correct answers.
In my opinion, there's only one correct answer. So you're either with me or you're wrong.
But in the meantime, I didn't want. You go by Michigangster. Actually,
Oh yeah. I like
so
that
you were
one
wrong.
too.
You were wrong again, Alan. There is another.
There
correct
is
answer.
another one, and now I am totally wrong. There are two
Michigangster.
things you can be, and actually, I might even allow you to be both of them.
This is actually, there's a football score I saw. I didn't know if you saw this. First of all, I didn't know one of these schools was a real school.
Like McNeese.
No, I knew McNeese State. That's
Yeah.
where Joe Dumars went to school.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was two things I had left. I'm sorry. So there's a football game last night. Stephen F. Austin University, which I knew was real,
Right.
played North American University, which I didn't know was real. They beat them 77-0, which is like,
they beat North American University.
Stephen F. Austin beat North American 77-0, which is like, oh, that's a pretty high score, but it's not the highest I've ever heard. It was 42-0 in the first quarter.
Nice.
And
six
then
touchdowns. 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns.
First quarter.
One running. The other ones were passes.
Wow.
Then they put up another. It was 70-0 at the half. Okay, then it was because it was so bad, and it was total yardage at the point was like 600 to 40, something like that.
Jesus.
They shortened the quarters to 5 minutes. They actually shortened the quarters of the game to 5 minutes each. So the third and the fourth were only 5 minutes long.
Have they ever done that before?
I've never seen it before.
I've never seen that. I've never heard of it.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I've never heard of it.
Never heard that happen. And it was like, but it was, 77-0 total. Score was 70 zip at the first end of the first half, and then they shortened the third and fourth quarter.
Do you think
to
like,
5
did
minutes.
that have to like be agreed on by the
I'm
teams?
sure it was. The refs
had
probably
to
said,
be, right?
The refs were probably like, you don't have the personnel for this. Let's just, and both coaches were like, yeah, let's just do that. The game was delayed also, so maybe they did for time because the game was delayed by an hour and a half because of lightning and stuff. And
Maybe they just said, all right, listen, you guys are getting killed. You're never coming back from this. We're just going to do 5 minute each quarter and get the fuck out. To which
it was just
Steven,
they were like just
they scored another touchdown.
I've never seen it was no joke. At the end of the first half, it was like 30 something first downs to 2 first downs, 4 first downs, something like that. They were like,
sometimes that happens.
They're basically just like, I don't even know what kind of play calling to do. But basically, we're just telling the receivers, just run out, and I'll throw the ball to you. You'll definitely get behind the secondary, and they did every time. they were never not behind the secondary. I don't know what happened. It was just nothing but busted coverage everywhere by this North American university. It was crazy.
You watched this game?
I watched clips. I'll send you the vid. It's on YouTube.
Was it on Tubi TV?
No, it wasn't on Tubi TV. I wasn't even gonna bring up Tubi this week.
Oh.
And I didn't watch anything on Tubi.
Oh,
No,
I
but-
just saw it earlier. That it said, "Hey."
I did find something on YouTube that I think you may have either A, seen or B, like, Mike. Have you seen roundabout campers?
No.
People camp on roundabouts.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like the first one I saw was this Scottish dude, Blot Outdoors, and he camped out at this roundabout in his town. On the roundabout. It's covered with trees and bushes and stuff.
In the center part?
Yeah. It's illegal.
Oh, it's illegal?
You shouldn't do it.
I finished Stargirl
what happens
on
if somebody
Tubi.
like it's it wasn't I didn't watch it on Tubi, it was on YouTube. It's like what happens if somebody like gets drunk and hops and drives over it?
You're fucked.
You're fucked. But what he did was he has like his blanket, his thermal blanket he throws down. It's like one of those metal thing, or it looks like the aluminum foil type thing, blankets. Put it on the ground, camped on it, and he's cooking his food. And then what he does is every time he goes, he buys a different type of scotch from the store, and he turns it into a scotch tasting video too. So he's doing the camping in this place, covered up so you can't see him, sleeping there, and he's like, "Oh, now it's time for my review of this whiskey or scotch," and he basically just makes a thing out of it. I'm like, wow, this guy's got a unique thing, and I look it up, and there's tons of them. There's so many roundabout campers all over the place.
Wow.
I'm like, you're kidding me.
But they don't do the scotch tasting.
No, he had
Right.
to change it. So there's the ones I watched so far were Blot Outdoors. There's a guy named Steve Wallace, Wes Wherever. These are all roundabout campers or urban campers. They'll find like little spots that people can't see them and stuff, and they'll camp. One guy found the smallest. This roundabout was so small. I don't know how he camped on this fucker, but it was like the size of like remember you had that inflatable that little swimming pool in your backyard that wasn't that big?
Yeah.
We invited people over to come swim in it. It was literally like that size. It was so small. And this dude camped in it. I was like, okay, that's cool. But
I got to check this out.
What brought it up was, did you see on the scanner the other day the guy who was camping out on the median in Gratiot?
Yeah, I saw that
Common
guy,
in
yeah.
Gratiot?
Yeah.
This guy just set up camp on the median.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that's what brought it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So I put it in the show notes because I watched it a few weeks ago. But
I've seen this before.
This sounds familiar to me.
Our cousin just finished watching Stargirl on Tubi.
Oh yeah,
that's what he said.
Is
that a movie?
You mean the TV show, the DC TV show Stargirl?
The woman who lived in a billboard sign. Yeah.
Oh, we talked about the woman on the billboard sign up in like Midland or something.
Midland, yeah.
And also,
so that's a TV show, Stargirl.
Stargirl it's based on a DC comic. If that's
oh, I thought it was like an old movie or something on Tubi or something.
Did you guys see Chet Lemon?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
He's had 300 strokes.
300?
300 strokes.
He keeps.
I only read like something about he had 13 strokes or something.
How does he keep surviving?
I swear to God, that article said he had like 300 strokes.
I saw something about him having 13 strokes, and then after that, he he kept he says "dido" all the time in different ways, and like
they don't know what it means.
Yeah, but they're just but he says it like so differently that they kind of think he's trying to explain things differently. But he can always say that.
You're right, 13 strokes.
Oh, okay.
What did I read about 300 in that article?
I don't know. I didn't finish. I really towards the end. It was sometimes they kind of take these things, these articles, and make them way too big.
I agree. I don't like the reading.
Yeah. So it's it's just you can all of a sudden it gets to a certain point and you can kind of just see the redundancy. It's you're just saying something. You're just trying to make more words for your article. We don't need them. I need to know what's going on. I feel really bad. Chet Lemon was awesome,
300 strokes. There has to be some major chafing. Good one.
Yeah.
But Dan Petrie's talking about it because they had a 84 team reunion 5 years ago, but Chet wasn't able to go, so he hasn't seen him in 10 years.
Yeah, they're trying. His wife's saying hell or high water, she's taking him.
Well, it was last night.
Oh, he didn't make it?
I'm sorry, it was today. I think he made it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he was in town.
Oh, it was today?
I think it was today. And Scooble killed the White Sox or the Red Sox today. Struck him with like
Good.
10 strikeouts.
I
or
didn't
something.
see any of that game.
Anyways, but he's like, I was looking really. He's like, I'm really looking forward to seeing Chester Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I haven't seen him in 10 years, and I hear he's not doing too well, and he started getting a little choked up on the broadcast because it's like, and then you read the article, it's like, oh man, he's really messed up.
Yeah.
He is really.
I didn't know about that he was. I read the article like several days ago. And
I think he was supposed to be. He was scheduled to be here, and he's supposed to come visit with everybody, but I don't know if it happened or not.
His wife was saying that like she was really gonna try very, very hard to go.
Yeah. Chatelaman's messed up.
Sucks.
He's
I don't know. I knew he was having health problems, but I didn't know that extent.
I mean, it goes back like quite a while.
Oh yeah, it's been gone for quite a few years.
Yeah. For some reason, 16 years. Maybe there's something significant at that point, or maybe that's when it started. But
yeah,
there's something about like 16 years ago I saw.
And
but anyway, yeah.
Emo music was popular.
He doesn't always recognize everybody, but they said the one day he started saying Dito to his daughter.
Yeah.
When she walks in the room, it's just like there's a noticeable difference in the way he reacts.
Yeah, it's how he says it. Right. And then like even like there's a different reaction when his wife comes in.
Yeah.
And then like when he gets frustrated, he says it, but he's saying it like almost angrily.
Yeah.
So basically like he's trying to communicate, but that's all he can say.
Yeah. They don't know what. Yeah, exactly. They don't know.
Yeah.
It's sad. The last thing I had, I don't even think I was watching wrestling at this point, but do you remember the KD Vick storyline on WWE?
No.
You don't? I don't either. I happen to see it on one of the.
Is that like Michael Vick's kid?
No, it's. I happen to see it on. There's a guy who does a wrestling podcast, Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah, I know Chris.
Yeah,
Van Fleet.
And it started with that. And they're talking about. He was talking with someone else and talking about the worst storyline he's ever seen. It was the KD Vick one. I'm like, oh, this sounds great. Let me look it up. So remember how Kane, when he first came along, was that he was supposed to be Undertaker's long lost brother, and he got burned.
Yeah, he got burned, and
now he's dead.
Yeah,
it was kind of along the same line, but basically he won a match, and then Triple H came out and said, it's like I know all about Katie Vick, and that was it. He didn't know anything about her at that point, but apparently the story was supposed to be Katie was a friend of Kane's when he was in high school, and they were friends, and they went to a party, and she decided to drink, and he finally said, no, we got to go home. You're gonna do something bad. So he drove her home, and on the way home, they got into an accident, and she died. And Kane always felt like it was his fault. So basically, the story
gotta exploit that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Triple H kept on saying, he's like, and then he started a whole. I don't remember what happened, but basically, Triple H started dressing up like Kane, pretending he was Kane, and going to like this funeral home, and he basically had sex with their dead body.
I saw that. I did see that.
And he's like pulling up body parts while he's doing it in the coffin with her. And
I
stuff.
saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
fucking
remember
horrible.
that. I remember seeing that because I really wasn't watching wrestling at the time. And I go, what is
this
that?
was
So basically, that was the storyline. Was that Kane was a necrophiliac?
Necrophiliac, yeah.
And he was having sex, but Triple H just put on the mask and had like the wig on and stuff. And he got in the coffin with her, and he's like having sex with the corpse. They didn't show it. And he's like picking up parts. Like, and he had like parts of the body in his hand and stuff, like intestines and shit. I'm like, that's messed up.
Yeah, and something funny that came from that Booker T and Goldust were consoling Kane about it.
Oh yeah,
this I remember, and they were like having sex with dead bodies. Who does that kind of sick crap? And then Goldust raises his hand in the back.
Goldust had some of the best shit.
Yeah, because Goldust was like, I'm a pervert. You know.
Yeah.
Goldust was.
Do you ever see where he? I don't know what it was. If he actually had it or if they talked about it, but Austin walked up and was eating a hot dog or something, and he started trying to tell him something, and all of a sudden Goldust also had Tourette's. Like he kept on saying, he's like,
yeah,
like what the fuck is going on? And it was so perfect, but I'd never seen that before.
Yeah. Goldust was a great character. He had a
He really
comedic value.
was. Those the Puerto Rican guys when he fought what's his name just loved him.
Yeah, yeah. What Savio Vega?
Yeah,
told him,
Savio
like,
Vega.
He's like, all right, this crowd is gonna go nuts if you do this. When you like get like behind me for like a suplex, feel me up. They'll go nuts. And he went,
yeah. And like,
oh man! And then the crowd, they're getting so mad at him for being gay.
That was yeah. I'd never seen that storyline, the Katie Vick thing. And it was
Now I remember seeing like not obviously it was, but I remember Triple H being in the casket.
yeah, it's like I don't know if he had ground beef or what it was. He's just picking up pieces and stuff, and like who thought of this? And apparently Vince thought of it.
It was a great storyline. Yeah,
It was it happened during No Mercy, and then basically just did it so he could beat Kane. He was trying to throw him off his game.
psychologically, yeah, get him where he couldn't think.
They fought in a casket match.
Yep.
Oh my
They did.
gosh, that's great.
So, when L gets out here, we'll officially shut down.
Yeah, because I don't got anything else.
Yeah, because I'm out of stuff. But I don't know if hope he ain't crapping.
I don't think he is. I did hear about this real quick. If we have a second,
Yeah.
There was an Austrian surgeon who's a neurosurgeon and stuff. And she was like, I guess like, I don't know if it's a normal thing, but she brought her 13-year-old daughter to work with her, and let her 13-year-old drill a hole in the patient's head while the patient was under.
Oh my God, that ain't good.
She got a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think you're ready.
Surgery went great.
I think you're ready for brain surgery. You're 13.
It's like, take your kid to work day. It's like, all right. It's like, if I took my kid to work, be like, yeah, put a label on that box. Hey, drill the holes in this paper.
I wouldn't let a 13-year-old operate my lift gate, much less do someone brain surgery.
Man, it was just
just like, yeah, come in here. Okay, we're gonna go through the external, the cerebellum or whatever. Right here.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's not like they're in there by themselves. There's nurses, there's other personnel and stuff. Why didn't anybody stop it?
Yeah,
they
just kind of let it go.
Literally anybody could have stopped it, but no, like they're gonna let this 13-year-old drill into a head. So that's cool.
Oh, really?
There was an Austrian surgeon who let her 13-year-old daughter drill a hole in a patient's head during surgery.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal over there.
Apparently there's some kind of trouble they're getting into now. I don't know.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. There's nurses and there's anesthesiologists and other people. There's other people in the room, and nobody stopped this from happening.
I think I would rather have Michael Jackson's anesthesiologist than that.
Yeah, me too.
Because at least then I'm just fully dead.
You're just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brain dead.
I don't need that any of the other stuff. Just full on dead.
So guys, I'm gonna enjoy my new age.
Again,
by
Mike is 46 today.
Laying around
right now. Wish him a happy birthday.
All right, guys. Radiounderground.gay.
Yeah.
Radiounderground.gay. That's where you find us.
I'm officially putting my notice in on Tuesday.
Whoa.
At work? Okay.
Yeah. The 28th will be my last day.
All right.
Final.
When are you actually flying out, though?
The 3rd or the 4th.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Of Cocktober.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cocktober.
All right. So, all right, guys. Check us out next week. We'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll probably be doing a little gaming on Twitch next because I got a few days off work. So if you want to check that out, that's fine. And we had a great time tonight. And we don't want you to keep forgetting about us, but we're going to keep forgetting, if you know what I mean. Yacht Rock.
That's Regulate.
Or Warren G.
I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting how you made that so clear. I keep forgetting If